We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.
Click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we are here to bring you guys a fun-filled show. Not too much fun, maybe a little bit somber, maybe a little depressing. We got to sing, how do I say goodbye
to yesterday?
No, that's not the song. We're going to say, although we come to the end of the road. Get your ass off this team. No, I'm just playing. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, what? See, all right, now. I'm shooting shots at the people in the chat. Why they just assume it's my fault we late? I mean, I know 90% of the time it is.
And that's why. How you gonna ask the question?
How they know though? How do they know?
90, you just told everybody 90% of the time.
These comments were here well before.
Because 90% of the time. Okay. Yep. But they know.
Haters. It's all right. It's cool. All right, man. Look. We here. Y'all saw. Did we go through the formalities on that clip?
Yes. No. They were on the page.
Follow us on YouTube. Thank you for watching us. Give us the thumbs up, like button, subscribe, tell a friend about us. Facebook, Instagram, Nothing But Niners. Twitter and Snapchat, Nothing But Nine ERS. And the website is www.nothingbutniners.com. I am 49ers Mike _ NFL. My guy over here on this side is Brian STAR _9R. Up there is my guy Nick. He is 49 Faithful 365, and straight above me in the dark man himself. He is Wayne Breezy today, guys. That's the moniker he's going by. Wayne Breezy right now. This episode.
I've been doing that shit for the past 7 weeks.
I look at it every time before I say your name though. I'll be on it. I'll be ready. I'll be ready for it. Nick is no neck Nick today.
He's just the wallpaper Nick.
Yeah. Wallpaper. He's really happy. He's so happy. And then Brian's changing up the backgrounds too. Man, y'all are killing me over here.
Brian killing all the bandwidth right now, yo. So when this junk start tripping out, it's because Brian going through backgrounds like he changes draws.
Is that what it is? I think we're gonna be all right today, man.
He quick with it though.
Yeah. He is, man. He's ready. All right, guys, man. We're gonna do a little bit of a game recap, or any final thoughts from that. We're gonna go over the news, the pressers. We heard from head coach and defensive coordinator today. We're gonna go over the news. We have made some roster moves. We will do a quick recap on the previous game, and because it's a shortened week, we're actually gonna preview a little bit of this upcoming matchup on Thursday night against the Green Bay Packers. So let's start with the news. The 49ers have cut some people. Are they cutting dead weight? Is this cap? Is this production? Is it both? Is it injury? Dante Pettis and Julian Taylor. That's Julian Taylor with 2 L's, not one. Dante Pettis and Julian Taylor were cut today. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Let's talk about it. Is Nick stripping on the show?
Yeah, I'm taking that shirt off.
My man needs an OnlyFans page for sure. Oh, shit. The banner always freezes Breezy. Breezy, you froze? Oh, he didn't freeze this time.
My background is just dope.
It's just Nick and moving in slow motion. All right, so let me take the thing off. There we go. That'll get Nick back over there. What is the LOL, Nick?
He was laughing at Nick's floating head.
Oh, okay, I get it. So
I was pissed off about Quan. That's what I was.
Pissed off about who?
I was pissed off that we traded Quan Alexander. I get it. I understand it. But I was tight because y'all know that's my dog.
Like, he brought a lot of energy to the team, man. I mean, but
no, I like I said, I understand it, but I could be mad, just like the players were mad.
Absolutely.
I was pissed off. That was my guy, yo, and I just wanted him to come back and just I didn't feel like he needed to redeem himself. I thought he was playing rather decent. He was playing maybe a little bit different, but hey, much success to you in that place that you went to that I won't say their name. All right, man, go to
Except
the
for in 3 weeks. When we
Yeah,
play.
but with all three moves, this team is not in any worse shape than it was before. So I'm perfectly okay with it.
Well, did we make some money? I heard
We did.
Dante Pettis saved us over $1 million.
Close to $1 million. It was just under.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
okay.
it was 1 point. I thought it was 1.5.
And they got to split it in half though. So it ends up being like 700 and change.
Oh,
But
Well,
if you add
you know,
that to Quan's money, that's what, $3 million?
Right. Well, Quan's money it doesn't hurt us next year, but it does give us like 10 million in dead money next year. Because that restructured money stays with us. It doesn't go to the Saints.
my question, I thought it was kind of crazy is you finally go and you make a move and you waive Dante Pettis, right? What were we talking about last week? We were talking about why. Well, Tony was too, and I believe it was me, you, and Wayne that were talking about it. Brian, was that we couldn't bring Kevin White up because of the fact that he would have to stay on the 53 or he would be eligible for waivers.
Right.
Cutting Dante Pettis saves some money this year and saves the money to give Kevin White the money to be on the 53.
Absolutely.
So is that why we get rid of Dante Pettis? Because we're out Debo Samuel. We get what's that?
It's a good thought process.
Yeah. It's about time.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, what finally made them say, it's not just that fumble, right?
Right. No. It had nothing to do with just the
So
fumble.
there has to be some other
game.
There has to be some other reason because obviously Richie James is hurt. You
always
cut
comes down to-
Dante Pettis. Debo Samuel's hurt. Now you're down to what? 4 receivers?
Yeah.
I think they like what they saw in White and they want to bring him back up, but they know they can't bring him back up because if they do, then they have to expose him to waivers. So instead of just bringing him back up for the 55, they're going to end up promoting him because I think there's 3 active spots on the 53 man right now.
Why did I hear something different? I heard that they couldn't bring up Kevin White because they would have had to pay him a certain amount of money.
Well, because they would have to put him on the 53, so they got
that's part of it too.
Salary.
Right. But now that they waived the wide receiver, they can afford him.
They can save money, right? They save money. So they could bring him up and put him on the 53 for the rest of the year and pay him to be on the 53 and not put him out there to a waiver wire when he goes back to the practice squad.
Right.
And if you remember, Kevin White was returning kicks.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
On the kickoff, yeah.
Yeah. So I really think that was a reason why they made a decision like, okay, well, look, we need receivers right now. Obviously, Dante Pettis isn't doing it.
I think the main reason is because what you just said, though. Look, back last week we had Hasty returning them joints. That's not what you want because he needs to be your starting running back.
Right. You don't want any running backs back there return them right now.
Right. Not on this team.
Yeah, we're running a little light.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of reasons why it happened right now. It's been a long time.
Not happening before.
Right. It's been a long time coming. So what is the reasoning for it now?
The fumble. No, I'm just playing.
I think.
Go ahead,
Brian. No, go ahead.
No, like I'm just going to reiterate the same thing I already said, but I think that the production that they saw out of him was better than what they were getting from Pettis, obviously, right? Because Pettis wasn't even playing most of the time. And yes, the money part hurt. Like we couldn't pay him to be on, bring him back up. I mean, they didn't want to expose him to wires. So since he's already been activated or elevated, however you want to say that, to the 55-man roster twice, we were going to have to release him. So I think that they were looking for a way to get him to be part of this team. And the only way to do that is to move your wide receiver. Well, I mean, find a player that is not as valuable at this juncture, to the team as Kevin could possibly be. And so it's a good time to cut dead weight.
Yeah. It was funny. It's crazy because after this fumble, I'm like, why is this guy even here? Like, why? Like, That was his first kickoff return in the NFL. And he doesn't protect the football.
He
He
got
gets waffled.
rocked, though, Nick. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm saying his arm was out. He wasn't covering with both arms. He literally ran into the pile with the ball in one arm.
yeah, but it's
and his
not
other
like
arm
they
out.
hit the ball and the ball it hit him.
Yeah, they hit him right here. Look, they attack the ball, bite the ball, man. That's what you learn when you're a little kid.
Nah,
Bite
they
the
didn't hit
ball.
the ball.
Right.
They hit him. They they didn't even go for the ball. They just rocked him, and he just went limp. Like I just don't think he's meant to play in the NFL, yo.
Yeah.
I just
Well, you know,
don't think he's built
Well, I
to
mean,
play.
they were trying to find a trade partner. They said
Right.
they had a couple of discussions about it, and then they pulled him, or they didn't
had
say
to,
they
right?
pulled him, but it seemed like they weren't taking offers because of the position we were at with our wide receivers, and we needed him on the roster. But I don't necessarily know that we needed him. Why didn't they? Could have made that cut then and elevated White at that point in time. So I'm not really following with what the team was doing there. But you know, the inevitable happened. I mean, we saw it all coming. We're just surprised it took so long for it to happen.
yeah. Well, long time coming. But Mike, what are your thoughts, man?
I think this team is full of shit. I think the coaches have been lying to us for a long time. Kyle said 3 or 4 weeks ago that they were fielding trade calls for Dante Pettis, yet you cut him for nothing. I don't believe that they were fielding calls for Pettis. I think they were putting that out there that was their way of saying he's available now. Not that they were making. You would have taken the future 7 for him instead of just flat out cutting him, right? You like that's
Yeah,
what
you would take anything for him opposed to just cutting a player.
right. So I don't think they were ever fielding calls for Dante Pettis. I think they've been lying about a lot of stuff, and you know it is what it is. If you have a quarterback here that's not going to throw the ball to a certain player, one of the two have to go. You can't waste 2 roster spots there. Somebody has to go. So they decided Pettis was going to be the guy, and that's it. You know, I mean, it's not. We've seen the film. We've seen for the last 2 years that Pettis gets open. Jimmy's not going to be willing to throw him the ball. It's nothing you can do about it. When Jimmy is willing to throw him the ball, if he's not willing to go and get it, it's not a good match. He's got to go. He's got to go. And if there was a way that they could have traded for him, they would have. So I don't think they were ever getting trade calls on him.
Well, I don't think they were specifically have to be getting trade calls on them. They could have been calling people to see if they wanted them. It works both ways. I mean, you can call and say, "Hey, I got this guy available. Any interest?"
I think when you use the term fielding calls, I don't know. I interpret it a different way, I guess, but I'm not going to argue that. But yeah, you're right. They could have been calling people saying, "Hey, you want this guy?" So you're right. You're right. And as far as Julian Taylor, that one actually hurt me a little bit. That was somebody I had a lot of hope for. You know, he's a local Temple guy, so I was pulling a lot for Julian Taylor, and he's a cool guy. He was on that show before. I really like the young man, and he just couldn't seem to get healthy. And it's weird because behind the scenes, you hear that he is healthy, or that he was at least, and he was still never activated. So I don't know what's going on.
Physical.
Right.
Huh?
He failed his physical.
Yeah, that's. I just said this team is full of shit, so
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want
what they said, right, Mike?
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what they said. They also said Sherman was going to be a day-to-day thing, and he hasn't played in 7 weeks. So, I mean, this team has been doing a lot of stupid stuff, and the faithful are feeling it. And I think it's starting to affect the locker room, but that's a different story for a different time.
Well, I know that we haven't forgot, but I think a lot of people forget that we were told that in preseason, or in not preseason, but in the training camp's time frame, that we were not going to hear the truth. So that shouldn't be surprising to us at all, you know.
Right.
Unfortunately, we want to believe what we hear at the pressers because that's our coach talking to us, or that's a player talking to us. But you know,
they're so honest. Actually, that's funny. They're so honest that they had to tell us the truth that they were going to lie to us. So you're right. I shouldn't. I sound like I'm taking it personal. I shouldn't be. But yeah, you're right. They did give us a heads up. We're missing a couple contributions here. This first one is from Sean. I believe this was the first one of the episode. I think Dante's fumble maybe he meant to say maybe devalued him so much as far as a trade. His play in that play was the final straw. I don't think that you expect to trade for somebody who has never fumbled the ball before. So I don't think one play would say, nah, never mind. I could be wrong. I don't think that.
I think, and I'll let Wayne go after this, but I think it goes back to where, if you remember Kyle Shanahan saying, and we talked about this because I brought it up on the show, I remember, I believe it was me, where we talked about, Kyle Shanahan said that the opportunities that he's getting, he's just not executing on, and it's getting to be a shorter and shorter leash, basically. And we were all like, yeah, whatever. Like, and we were like, wait, is this really is the time coming to an end for Dante Pettis? Because he usually sticks up for him. Because he did, if you remember in the beginning of the season, Dante Pettis said there was a disagreement between me and coach, and I took it the wrong way. He criticized. We talked about him being in the doghouse of the Shanahans, that Shanahan doghouse. Then you hear Kyle come out and say, Dante's come along really, really good this offseason. Looks like he's better. We all got hyped about that. Never seen him on the field. And then it turned into every opportunity he gets, he doesn't execute. It's getting to become, next man up type thing. So, and then now, obviously, he's gone. So, I don't know, man. Look, I don't wish any player anything but, anything bad. But, good luck somewhere else, man.
Yeah. Breezy, anything else on it before?
I was just alluding to what Nick said, and that's what Sean's comment was about. It was the final straw. It wasn't the fumble that's not the reason why he's probably gone. It probably has something to do with the stuff we talked about earlier in the show, but that was it. That was the final thing. That was the last opportunity he had to impress the coach, and he failed. He failed. You can only give a student so many chances until you just be like, you know what? I've given you 1,000 chances. I can't.
I apologize. I thought Sean's message meant that was the final straw. Like, that made a team say we're not going to trade him. Not that was Shanahan's final straw. I do think that could have been Shanahan's final straw also. But I thought he meant it as the team that was going to acquire him. So my bad. Okay. I misunderstood that.
Or maybe I misread it too. So. All right, Mark's contribution says, from a man that was great at returning the ball in college, that fumble was the last straw. So maybe this is what I'm talking about, and not Brian's comment. I mean, Sean's comment.
Sean, yeah.
Yeah, that might be, that's like a microcosm of his entire career, right? You were A+ at this, now you literally can't even do that here.
NFL is a monster, yo.
Yeah, I will.
It's a big
makes you realize how nice Devin Hester really was,
Like, it's a big transition, yo. Let's name 3 great kickoff returners in the NFL that's played.
Do we all right, can we play a percentage game here? Like when we saw him out there? Because one of my favorite return men just was always he was too small and got injured a lot. It was Trendon Holiday. I don't know if you guys remember him at all.
Trendon Holiday, yep, I did.
He was super nice in Denver. And
what about the Rocket Ishmael?
That was with the Raiders, right?
The Raiders, and then his brother Quadri, right? Like, they both returned like them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they were good. We talked about Hester. Didn't Deion do some returns too?
I love
Jesus
Christmas.
He was punt returns. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm just thinking, like, it's like you have to have a special gift to play with the ball in space like that, because the way the NFL works. And the kickoff is a lot different now than it was then. They used to kick the ball further back, so you had a chance to kind of almost return it. Now, like, the kickoff return, they're kicking it closer, and it's probably going over your head. And then when it doesn't go over your head, you like, I could do this. It changes the whole field of perception of you getting the ball and trying to make a play with it. So it's best that ball's in the end zone. Just down it. Get to the 25.
Yeah.
Opposed to getting to the 16 or 17. Or fumbling.
Yeah, I
Dante
agree.
Hall, yeah. Desmond Howard, yes, the Heisman, freaking Packer, yes.
Yeah, Dante Hall was. Somebody says it perfectly in here. They said
he was the chief, right?
Dante Hall, aka Human Joystick.
Dude, he was the Madden controller.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude was nasty.
Shout out to y'all paying attention, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Special teams counts, man. It's a big deal, bro. It's a big deal, man.
Well, that's why I was frustrated, Mike, when Richie James just kept.
Yeah, and it's funny because we're getting it together on the kickoffs. Like the coverage teams are actually getting better.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get something now from the, when I can't. I think our first punt of the game, didn't we down that at the 1 yard line or some shit?
Yes,
right?
We did.
That was, man. Oh man, Cordell Stewart,
quarterback. He was on the kickoff return. Dang.
Well, they called him flash. I don't remember if he did kickoff returns. I know he did everything though.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
And he played for like 3 years. That's why.
Outsiders 408 says, how come earlier he said, how come you guys ain't taking shots at Pettis is going? I'm taking a victory shot. Pettis is going.
Just looking for a reason to drink. Let's go.
It's not like I don't wish players, like Nick said, to be gone, but like I get it. Like he wasn't being productive.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to add whatever his contributions were to this team. He could not. Brian Mitchell, Ted Ginn, that's right. Whatever his contributions were to the team, he no longer was able to add. Once he became a member of the doghouse, it was a wrap. So he had to take advantage of whatever the opportunity was. And he just couldn't capitalize on it. And that's why he's gone. I'm not gonna take a victory shot to that. We got other freaking issues, guys. We got.
I don't want to celebrate a man losing his job. That feels a little weird, but
right.
You know, I hope the best for him. He's got a bright future. He's an intelligent young man. I'm sure he'll land on his feet somewhere.
I'm not celebrating that he lost his job. I'm celebrating this team is going in a different direction finally.
Yes, right. You do.
Well, I mean, is his
Percy Harvin was a good one.
Percy Harvin, Eric Metcalf, Joe Hayden was his.
Oh, Eric Metcalf. That was another good one.
Yeah, the Browns. I don't think was Dante Pettis really a contributor to this team, guys?
He contributed for a nice touchdown against the
Green Bay.
Was he a big factor to this team, guys? Maybe that's
the
the wrong
Vikings, and he contributed to a win in week 3 at the home opener. That's it.
He's not.
He was a bigger contributor to this team than some of the people that we kept on IR for like their entire tenure here.
Yeah, that I can agree to that. Especially his rookie season, he showed a lot of promise his rookie season, but we never saw it.
He didn't grow. I mean, there
was no development, and
right.
You know, the truest sense of what Kyle Shanahan says all the time is you're either getting better or you're getting worse, because if you stay the same, they catch up to where you were.
Right.
And I think that's the umbrella that Dante Pettis fell under, and he just.
Do you think that's the umbrella that Jimmy Garoppolo is falling under?
Yeah, we ready to talk about it? Are we ready to have the conversation now?
5 minutes.
Nope.
He said nope.
That's a 4-hour show all by itself.
This is not the Jimmy bash. Jimmy.
Because listen, man, I do want to ask y'all about this.
You know what I got to say about that? Nick Mullins is starting quarterback. Let's go Niners. That's what I got to say about that.
Is Nick getting the start? Is that official? We think we
Kyle alluded to it, so yeah.
Yeah, he said it today. The question was asked
at the presser.
He did say he believes that Nick is capable of going out there and winning, and he said his first start set some kind of record for a backup quarterback in their first start. He talked about it.
He was talking about the Raiders game, yeah.
Yeah, he talked a good talk tonight. I saw it, but so on Twitter there seems to be this war. There's this anti-Jimmy side, and then there's this we love Jimmy side, and they're
not a real fan if you're talking shit.
Right, yeah, that's basically what's going on. Like, you guys forgot that he got us to the Super Bowl. You guys are forgetting what he did for us. You
not forgetting, but isn't this that
I would say he's more of a piece that got us there. He wasn't responsible for taking us to the Super Bowl.
I disagree. But what do we call this league? A what have you done for me lately type of league? It doesn't matter. The accolades and stuff they don't matter.
Right.
Like, it's about what you can do now. I think, and that goes for not just the 49ers. And I think the issue with our fan base is that we haven't won a Super Bowl since 1994, and we've been twice. And we could have won both of those Super Bowls. So the taste that's in our mouths is very bitter sweet. It's not a good taste. It's not a good taste. And I think they saw this enlightenment with Jimmy, and then that Super Bowl gameplay. It was one quarter. He was bad for one quarter. I don't even know if he was bad or did they just change the defense up on him, but he was bad for one quarter, and that is when it hasn't been right ever since.
What the fuck?
I said something wrong?
No, not at all. Not at all. So I have the game on in the background. I'll talk about it in a little bit. But no, I get what you're saying, man. Jimmy, he trash.
Wait, okay. Before we bash Jimmy, and I know our coach be lying. Is this dude really hurt?
Yeah, I think he's really hurt.
Okay, because if that's so, then that factors in a lot.
I don't think he was ever fully healed.
Okay. That I'm not giving him a pass because I know I'm gonna get trashed on Twitter. I'm gonna lose 25 followers after this show. I'm not giving him a pass. And niggas like, fuck yeah. I'm not giving him a pass, but do we factor in the injury a little bit?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'm done talking for the rest of the show. I'm gonna correct some papers.
You can factor it in if you want. I mean, that's your opinion.
I know, but
you don't just because Mike says no, don't mean you can't give your opinion.
No, I'm asking a general question. I mean, and he was the first person that answered. I mean, it can be factored in, you know. But the question is like, why is he out there playing?
Right, but do I want to continue to invest money? And I'm not saying that he had the appropriate time to heal. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying his injury was worse than it was or it wasn't. But what I do know is that 2 years ago he got hurt, and he was out for the rest of the season after the Chiefs game, right? And then he gets hurt now, and then we think he's good. He gets hurt again. Now, do I want to continue investing in a quarterback whose lower extremities do not seem to be viable for a long-term NFL career with this franchise?
That's a great question.
That's where I'm at. Do I want to continue, if as a fan, do I think the team should continue to spend money on a quarterback that may or not be durable enough to stay in this league?
Too bad it's not our money.
That's right.
I don't know. I know you guys are like, oh, is Kyle lying? Is Kyle this? But Kyle kind of hinted today that Jimmy's the quarterback.
I heard the same thing
for the long haul.
So I that's what I heard.
I interpreted
that too, but I also am seeing what they're doing on the money side of it. They had room to restructure. If they wanted to make this team better this year, they could have restructured Jimmy's contract.
There's a reason.
That leaves them to opt out next year. As soon as the season's over, they can opt out and walk away for $2 million in dead money.
There's a reason they did not restructure Jimmy Garoppolo. There's a reason. Right. There's a reason. But it's a hard, ugly fact, but there's a reason they didn't restructure him.
Sure.
But who's the season?
If Jimmy Garoppolo's season ends today, and you have that opt out where it's only going to cost you $2 million, are you bringing Jimmy Garoppolo back? No.
Has he shown you enough in the last 3 years to say I'm going to continue investing money in him?
He hasn't shown me, but I'm not the mother freaking coach.
We're not trying to.
Neither you or Nick.
We still discuss it.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
We're discussing it, but my point is, you're asking me what I wouldn't, but we don't know what Kyle's gonna do. Like we all think we know Kyle. Oh, he wants this quarterback. Oh, he wants that quarterback. We don't know what the freak he wants. Like apparently he's drafted these type of players to play with this type of quarterback to run in this type of offense. We're not running the ball successfully. We don't have any running backs. Our offensive line is trash game after game. They play on one game. Like nothing's consistent. The line's inconsistent. The quarterback play was inconsistent. Like I don't know.
But in his tenure in the NFL, has he ever really had the opportunity to say, I want this guy to be my quarterback?
No.
He has been an offensive coordinator. The head coach and the GM make those decisions. Okay. This is his first opportunity. And I think he agreed with Lynch that this was a good opportunity, but I still don't think Jimmy was his first choice.
There's no way in the world that y'all believe that John Lynch makes those choices without Kyle Shanahan signing off on it. No, there's no way.
He said
there's a difference between signing off on something and being something like, I want that dude. Like if I got the number one pick, not that we're going to end up there, but if I have the number one pick and that's the guy I want, or I can trade it to go get another starting quarterback from somebody else, then you can choose who you want. He has never had that opportunity. So we don't know exactly what Kyle wants.
We don't know that. He could have been the one that said, see if we can get Jimmy Garoppolo. We don't know that.
You're absolutely right. We don't. I'm speculating.
Right. We're just speculating that he's a guy that John Lynch just went and signed without any confirmation. But Jimmy Garoppolo could have been like, oh, we'll see if you can get, or Kyle Shanahan could have been like, well, you can get Jimmy. And then he tried to get Jimmy and it worked.
But people are saying Kyle signed off only because he couldn't get Kirk.
He didn't have all right. Look, can we read this comment and get this off of our chest, please? This is from Mark Espinoza. It says, when are we going to get back to the players' foundations or the players of the week? Just curious. We were supposed to start again in the beginning of the season, and yeah. Does anybody? What do you guys know what he's talking about?
We used to do this on the show.
No, I thought that's what he was talking about too, but I think he's talking about where the 49ers did players of the week.
I think right now they're just trying to get through the week.
Trying to survive.
So let's. I want to stay on this quarterback conversation. You guys up top, you guys said that Kyle insinuated to you guys that Jimmy's the quarterback going forward and the quarterback of the future. When I heard his comments, that's not what I got from it at all. So I thought that was really interesting. I heard him say they asked about, how do you assess Jimmy and is his injury holding you back? And he's like, no, I'm very aware of what Jimmy does, and that's why he's here, and he gives us the best chance to win. Right? That's the comment you guys are talking about.
That's some of it. Yeah,
some of it, yeah.
Is there a part that I missed where he said he's my quarterback going forward? Because I never heard that.
We said he insinuated. We never said that he said it.
Is that the part that made you think
of it? He kept going on after that. They kept asking him questions, and he kept answering about Jimmy, why he's here.
And he said Jimmy just has not had the chance to play a lot of games right now.
He needs opportunities. He said that too.
Opportunities to get better, and he'll only get better with those opportunities.
That doesn't mean it's going to be here with the 49ers, but it's
true.
But it's true. I mean, the dude's only played one full season under Kyle. And we talk about this all the time. And I just don't see them. Like, if anything, I could see them restructure Jimmy because of his injuries and things like that, and say, look, we need to move forward. If basically you want to be here, we need to restructure. What if they restructure him at $11 million a year? That's half of what he's making a year right now.
And they do that with the other players.
Or restructure with an incentive-laden contract. So, like, if you're out there and and he actually shows up and plays the way we think he was supposed to play,
and
then he earns his money.
So let's just say we take Jimmy Garoppolo's contract to $10 million or $11 million.
Are we mad if we keep him?
Are Niners fans pissed off that we're keeping him?
Now that he's not making $27 million a year?
Because it puts him in a different position too. I mean, at that point, then he has to play to make money. He has to do what he can do. And then I think that will motivate him more so than he has been, it seems like.
Okay.
Because think about it. He played 5 games, right? When he got here. That first year he was here, he played 5 games, and then we didn't have really an option. We had to sign him.
He was the best quarterback
we had to make a decision
at that time. It was him, Hoyer, Beathard, and Mullen.
He got a contract that was slightly below what the market top guys were getting at the time,
right?
In order to make it a competitive quarterback contract, because they liked what they saw, I assume, right? Or they didn't want, they wanted to roll the dice with him anyway.
It was the lesser of all evils. He was. That doesn't mean that that's the guy that Shanahan wanted. It's just the guy that he settled on. That's all. Listen. So this is the question here. I want to play the question, and I'm going to play the answer in full, and I want to see if I can hear what you guys are. I haven't listened to this one time through. Huh?
There was more than one question about it.
There was only one question about Jimmy. There was only one question.
There was a couple.
Right. Well, then never mind. I'm not going to play it then.
Go ahead, play it.
But we already heard it.
No, because if I'm going to take what you're saying if I'm going to take what you're saying out of context, that's not what I'm trying to do. I don't know what other question you're talking about. I only heard one question about
Somebody
Jimmy.
else followed up with another question and said, I understand that you say this about Jimmy, blah, blah, blah. And then they went into another subject about Jimmy.
With Jimmy, obviously now it'll be 2 or 3 years where he's missed a big chunk of the season. How difficult does that make it for you to evaluate him, and how does that factor into maybe his future with you guys?
I don't think it's difficult for me to evaluate. I got a good idea with Jimmy, and what Jimmy's capable of doing, and that's why he's been here. People get better when they play more, and that's what I feel for Jimmy on. One, Jimmy gives us the best chance to win. He's proven that, and it's hard that he's not going to be here for, to me, probably about at least 6 weeks, because it's harder to win without him. But regardless of that, I want Jimmy playing as much as possible, because I know when he does, he'll only get better from the experiences of it, and I think that'd be the most frustrating thing about it after having the best chance to win.
With the trade deadline 3 minutes away, what
I'm going to look for the other follow-up question, but I didn't hear anything in there that says Jimmy's my quarterback of the future.
Bro, he gives us the best chance to win. He needs more time under the thing. It's frustrating because he's not here, and it's frustrating that he's not getting those chances because of injury, and he still gives us the best chance to win.
None of that says he's the quarterback of the future. That means that he's the best quarterback on this roster. Doesn't mean that he's the quarterback of the future.
Okay.
There's a big difference, in my opinion.
Right, in your opinion. Right. You're 100% right, in your opinion.
No, and I think I agree with Mike because he left the answer very bland, however you want to say it. It was very
how's that bland? He's
open-ended. Like he did not say this is my quarterback and he will be here for the duration of my tenure in 49ers history.
No coach will ever say that.
Right, but you guys are
you're looking for that. You're looking for stupidity answers because a coach is never going to say that.
But the coach also didn't say that he is the quarterback of the future. So you guys,
we never said. I never said that he said that. I said he's insinuating that from his answers. Right. But I never said that he said he was the quarterback. Why are we saying that?
My follow-up
your interpretation of his question or his answer.
That's how we going back to how we interpret shit. Like
my question to you guys,
Mike,
was, what did
that's
you hear?
how I interpreted
Who
what
heard you
Kyle
say
said.
that? And I'm answering your question. You're asking why do we keep saying that? And I asked you guys, what did you hear that made you think that? I was asking you to tell me what he said that made you think
we did. And you played it.
So here's the follow-up question that you guys were talking about. I found it.
I just told you.
Just given the financial realities of the salary cap potentially going down next year, how do you approach the situation? I know the offseason's a long way off, but there are going to be a lot of questions about Jimmy's future with the team, as you just alluded to. But how do you approach the financial component to it, knowing what Jimmy's going to make and what the cap's going to be?
I mean, it's a big part of football when it comes to the salary cap. You know, people talk about that's the business part, and I always tell people I don't know business at all, but I do know football business. And when it comes into play of salary cap and stuff and taking into what players that allows you to have, what it doesn't, I mean, that's stuff you're always thinking about and talking to people about, and the people in here who think about it at all times. And that goes into a lot of decisions, but you bring up that Jimmy with it. I mean, it's not Jimmy, it's everyone on our team, and it's never this guy for that guy. It's how do you put a whole team together? And that's some of the hard decisions you have to make. I mean, I love Quan Alexander. I mean, it broke my heart to have to tell him what we did yesterday. But you also got to understand what that does. Sometimes you got to make those decisions, even though it's very tough. You don't want to. I want Quan here forever, and what he's done for us, even in a year, and how much he means to us as a human. But sometimes when you look ahead and you see like keeping him here for 8 more weeks, it's going to cost us 2 other players at the end of this year, and that's kind of the business aspect of the NFL. But like I tried to tell our team, that doesn't totally matter. It's the football business. And when you think about guys to guys, those are some of the things that you have to balance off each other. And what gives us the confidence to do something like we did with Quan isn't just the money part of what it does next year. It's that, that'll help us keep guys and not lose more guys than just him. But also, you never have the confidence to do something like that if you don't have the confidence in the guys who are playing if he's not here. And I think that says everything about what I feel in Greenlaw, what I feel about Aziz, what I feel about Flanagan Fowles. He's going to miss a couple weeks with his hamstrings, but I got a ton of confidence in those guys, which allows you to make a very hard decision that you think will help you in the future, because we believe in some of the people we have now also, and no difference at any other position.
All right. I'm off it. I'm sorry. That was a waste of time. I thought that was the follow-up question that you were talking about, Nick, and I didn't hear it.
It was the follow-up question, and you hear how he asked the question. He says, you've already told us about Jimmy's future in the question, and then the question was answered. Then he switches over and says, it's a business aspect. It switches to about money, and then switches completely to a different player, but...
All right. So while we were talking earlier, I made a face and Breeze was like, what did I say? And I was like, no, it wasn't you. I just saw this 3rd down or 4th down play.
Oh, you never seen it. The 3rd down play.
What the fuck was that?
So
what was Shanahan doing on that play, bro?
So I watched it again, right? And I think Shanahan. No, see,
Wait,
listen.
which one was this?
It's the 3rd down and 3rd and 5. Listen, the Wildcat play. See,
Yes.
listen, Bobby Wagner owns the 49ers. I told y'all mofos he was, and he did that. He shifted the whole line. He knew the play.
That wasn't, bro. Nick, do you have this one? Do you have you know what play we're talking about?
They know what we talking about, Mike.
Bro, let me tell you. So I've heard Shanahan talk about how it's so hard to defend running quarterbacks because it's really 11 on 11. He said, and if you can do that, you level the playing field. And we try to do that with da 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 da. When Jimmy was actually
he was on the wide receiver. He was the right guy, the guy on the right.
He went from behind the center to the top of the screen, and when he moved up top, the defender that was there moved inside. Like, oh fuck him! Like we know his ass ain't getting the ball. He didn't.
That's
even
why
care.
they should have threw it to him.
Right. He didn't even care. Like, bro, they knew for a fact. Like, oh, this is easy. We only got to cover these guys now. Like, it was. Oh my God, that was a horrible play. That's why people were so upset about it on the halftime show.
I forgot you never saw it, and remember I was talking about it, and you were like, "I switched channels. I missed it." That was pretty bad, bro.
Yeah, no,
it was bad. One, we lined up in the Wildcat, never seen that before. Number two, it was bad because the defense just knew to play. They was in the backfield.
And the back and wide receiver looked confused. Like they looked like they almost fought over the ball for a second. Like, no, I got it. No.
Oh, that was a wide receiver in the backfield?
I think it was.
I thought it was 2 backs.
I thought they moved the guy. Jimmy was under center at first.
It was the wide receiver
back behind him.
So it was McKinnon and
Jimmy ran out, and then the wide receiver ran next to the running back. And then like the running back goes to do the handoff.
I know y'all said that. I know y'all said that interception was the game changer, but I really think that play gave Seattle the mojo.
What quarter was that in?
The first quarter. It was the first drive. The second drive.
It was the first 3rd or 4th down. It was 11:24 around when they snapped the ball.
Oh, the direct snap to Jerick McKinnon. Here it is. I found it.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Mute my screen real quick.
All right, I got you. Let me take Eric's comment. Eric, we'll get back to that comment in 1 second. Eric, this shit disappeared. I never saw it. Yo, Shanahan, for him to be a matchup guy and someone who talks about, we got to even the odds somehow and make them, respect all 11 players on the field. This was the exact opposite of what he preaches all the time. Like the exact opposite. They saw Jimmy run out wide and was like, yeah, everybody in. Like, we don't even need to cover this side of the field. It was crazy. It was 3rd and 5. I thought it was a 4th down. It might have been. This very well could be it. All right, so it's up there, Nick. So whenever you want to hit play, are you going to hit play now? I can take you off of mute. All right, I'm going to take you off because I want to hear your thoughts on it too. This shit was crazy.
All right, you ready?
Yep, I'm gonna make it full screen. I don't want to be seen. Oh, get the thing off. Move it.
It'll go away.
So Jimmy runs up top. Look at that. The wide receiver comes out. You take it. No, you take it. No, you. Oh shit! It was like a Three Stooges episode.
It was Brandon Ayuk back there.
Bro, look at the safety moving away from Jimmy. Look at he don't care at all. He don't care at all. They don't care.
That's why.
Huh?
All I know is if Debo was back there,
it's a blitz.
They blitz. I told you they was all out.
It's a 0. That's why.
They didn't care at all, bro. Why not call a timeout? Why not get out of that? How don't you see this coming?
Because against 0, you can get shit done. So if this was really supposed to be a pass, it's just the blitz got there and got to the first guy before he could get the handoff. This is an all-out blitz.
So this is another sign of run the play I call and shut up.
Bam.
No, because against cover 0, this is actually a really good play call.
No.
Yeah, but why would you run? Why would you run on a cover 0 blitz? Who runs on cover 0?
Oh, but that's the thing. We don't know if it's going to be a pass or a run. This could be where it could be like the Raheem Mostert play where Emmanuel Sanders threw the football.
There's not Emmanuel Sanders.
I understand that.
The Emmanuel Sanders play, they tossed it to him. That wasn't a direct snap to him.
I understand that, but I'm saying this could be a play like that to where, but we just don't know because the blitz gets there way before, like as the ball's being handed off. We don't even know what the play design is.
Well, let's hit play again. Let's watch the wide receivers. We'll know if it was supposed to be a pass or a run.
Here comes all the blitz. This is a cover 0. This is actually a really good play call if it works.
This is a run play, bro.
No, it's not.
It was a run.
It's gonna be a sweep, right? Yep.
The offensive line. Look at the receivers are blocking. That was a run design, Nick.
Yeah.
They should have got out of that. The receivers are blocking.
Right.
That was
Jimmy's not taking anybody anywhere either. He's just standing there.
He probably got hurt.
Nobody wanted to get hit. No, you get hit. No, you get hit.
That play is what changed the game.
Duck season, rabbit season, duck season.
Just taking the Looney Tunes, dog.
I can't believe I missed this play live. Oh my God. I know Coleman was like, I rushed back for this.
Why? Coleman wasn't in there, was he?
Hell, was it? What? Oh, 28 is Jude. I meant to say McKinnon. All right, you're right.
Eric
was
was in it.
McKinnon.
The guards start moving to the right immediately, so you know it was a run play. This was a run the play no matter what. It's a run play no matter
Should have
what.
called timeout, man. Look at
That's
this
what I'm saying.
defense, yo. There's no way he thought he was getting, not no damn Jared McKinnon getting through the hole.
Timeout.
He missed that communication right there.
Nick, running back like just 3 seconds. Why the hell did the guard have to tap him?
Because he's changing the communication.
Wait. Right there. Who didn't block this guy? Who didn't block Wagner? Not Wagner, but this 50. Whoever that is.
I can't believe why.
KJ Wright.
Who doesn't block KJ Wright? George Kittle?
He tries to change the Garland.
That's Wagner changing the D. Now watch KJ Wright. He goes untouched. He blows the play up.
It's a blitz. That's why. It's an all-out blitz.
But nobody even touches him.
Kittle's going to chip, go out. Trent Williams gets here. He's supposed to pick up the blitz here.
See?
8 guys come in.
That's not a.
One guy hit both.
That's not even a blitz. That's not a blitz.
That was just
That dude was just waiting.
That was bad. That was bad.
That's Ayuk on Moore, right? That was supposed to be Ayuk's block.
No,
Ayuk.
And is that 99? Because I think 50 gets picked
keeping the
up.
ball.
Is that 99 that gets the tackle?
Look.
Yes.
Look at the lineman not giving a shit that Jimmy moved.
Yep.
It's Jimmy, bro.
Oh, they didn't care about us at all this game. This was so disrespectful.
They just
Oh
straight
my
up owned
God.
us.
Oh, they didn't give a shit.
They just owned us.
Jimmy ran across the formation. They helmets didn't even follow him. Like they didn't care.
I just want to see like Kittle.
He's trying to tell him. He's trying to tell him to change it, and he didn't even touch him.
There's no noise in the stadium. Like you.
But who goes the wrong way?
It-
Yeah, 99.
It's supposed to be Brunskill's guy right there.
That was supposed to be Brunskill's guy?
Was Ayuk supposed to run?
I think Ayuk was supposed to run and get that block, but you're asking a wide receiver to block a lineman?
That's what I'm saying. Well, if you look in the background, they switched too because I think KJ was supposed to the play was built to block the linebacker, but their defense switched.
Bobby
players
Wagner
too.
switched that D. Told you.
Yep.
You saw when he turned around, he called something different. He told him to drop back and
You said it. You said Wagner owned us. You said it. You said Wagner was all over it this game.
Yo,
man.
there's 3 people that own the Seahawks. I mean, that own the 49ers that are Seahawks. Wagner, Russell, and Pete. They own us. It's just what it is.
Metcalf is making a name for himself.
And now they trying to get a 4th person on that squad.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shoot.
We're going to get off this play in a second. Look at Wagner. Look at him. He's right in the middle of the screen. He's right in the middle of the screen. Hey, you be ready over there. You heard me? Hey, did you hear what I said?
Now you see the safety follows, the cornerback follows Ayuk.
Yeah.
But
right. So it's man.
On Ayuk.
Yeah, it's man.
Now the safety's coming up, looking at the blitz. Looking the blitz.
If
Dang,
you run Jimmy out wide and they don't go with him, and it's a man play, the motion tells you it's man, call a freaking timeout.
That's what I said that, Mike. That's exactly what I said. They should have called the timeout. And Jared,
I think that was built for McKinnon to go right up the middle.
Yeah.
Because he's pulling that ball out of his hands before that block gets there.
I didn't even see the middle. There was no middle.
There's a hole right here.
Yeah. If you can see him handing it off to Ayuk and then pulls it out before Ayuk is supposed to pull up his block, but they got the wrong defender.
All right. Let me see this hole. Pause.
Please pause.
I paused it.
Oh, they can see us. I forgot we on camera. I thought I was full screen still. Look at him. He reaching. Hey, man, help me.
That's a big ass space, too.
I think that's his.
Well, because he's pulling.
Now show me this hole.
Right.
Nah, this
Right
is not
here.
Right there.
If Brunskill hits his block on this guy coming in,
Guys, there was no hole, man.
I
That's fucking hole.
I don't know. Look,
That hole was chewed up. There's no.
bro,
Mostert wouldn't get through that hole.
if Brunskill hits his block,
Trent Williams and
this guy right here, if Brunskill hits his block, that is a hole for McKinnon to shoot through.
But
not
it's already
there,
a fake
not there,
handoff.
Nick.
It's not like
You can come here too.
Yeah, that's the hole. I think that if there's a hole they were going to go to, I think that's it. Because this guy, you got to remember, they're in man. This is Ayuk's guy. So
Right.
he's going to follow Ayuk over top of everybody.
Right.
Ayuk
He's
picks up
gonna
this
come
guy
this way.
off the left. And then McKinnon should get skinny because if you watch,
McKinnon can't get skinny.
you see, listen, I didn't say, I'm just saying, you see 71, right? You see Trent Williams there?
Yep.
He
Two guys.
hips around and blocks back towards the sideline to the
Yeah.
left. So watch.
Which is
I think that was the hole that he was.
Tomlinson takes Wagner this way.
And look at Grasu, number 50. He's pushing towards the opposite sideline.
Yep.
Watch 71.
I think this is a missed assignment on Brunskill. He's supposed to pick this guy up, and instead comes out and hits this guy.
I don't know, bro.
McKinnon pulls, holds, and goes right through here. Well, right through here. I can't touch the screen and show you.
I don't know. That's tough, yo. That's tough to say that Brunskill is supposed to pick up the guy when his body is going to that guy. Like, that's a tough one.
Right.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
And Mike
Either
McGrich
way.
got smoked on that play too. All right.
He's on his asparagus.
Again, failure across the board, just like we talked about the other night.
All right, let's get back to the contributions. Eric Sanchez says, I feel like we're going to get Aaron Rodgers next year. Green Bay wants to start their rookie quarterback next year, and we'll take Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay, win Super Bowl. Is Aaron Rodgers in the last year of his contract?
Yeah. No, he has one more year.
I don't know.
I know they 5-2.
I think he has one more year.
If they pull it,
All right.
Man, my man Eric Sanchez, I haven't seen him in a while, man. What's up, dude?
Eric Sanchez?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Thank you for the contribution. Logan Dean says, Kyle said in his post-game presser, this play was good, but doesn't work against cover 0. So I really don't get why he didn't call a time. Man.
That's what we just said. I'm not even smart, and I would have called the timeout. It just looked weird.
Bro, I saw this shit. When I saw Jimmy go in motion and they said they disregarded that side of the field, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. This is bad. This is so bad.
But then I'm trying ego. Our defense playing good. We'd be all right. And they came back and bit him in the booty.
Was that other play where I think it was in the first quarter too, where Jimmy pulls back and then throws the ball to the left? And like the entire fucking team is over there.
That's not the first quarter. That's the third quarter. That was
third quarter?
Aaron Rodgers is signed through 2023.
That pissed me off. You talking about the fake handoff to the right? George Kittle's wide open on the right. He looks at George Kittle, pivots, turns around, doesn't
throws
travel
into a crowd
to Trent Taylor.
Can you find that play, Nick? I do want to see that one again. That was funny.
Which one?
Just wasn't funny at all.
Because where I'm
it was an incomplete pass in the third quarter.
No, that was completed. He got tackled for
Trent Taylor got
tackled for a 6-yard loss.
Also,
he did catch the ball.
Oh, the one where he runs all the way to the side and then throws back behind him.
Yeah, Trent Taylor only had 3 catches in the game, so it shouldn't be hard to find the ones with his name on it.
All right. Mute my microphone.
Yes, sir. Where I'm from, Like you have to you laugh or you cry. If you want to cry, they tell you to hide it by laughing, bro. I'm laughing hard at this game. I am laughing so hard at this game. And I know we got to talk about this Packers game coming up. And by the way, I'm just going to tell y'all now. I don't know how deep we're going to get into it, but I'll tell y'all now. I think we win this game against the Packers. I really do. I know that sounds crazy, but I think we win this game. And I don't think we win for lack of trying. It's just, I don't know. I think this team has a bruised ego. And somebody was talking online about, or maybe it was during the Instagram live I did today, that the Niners are going to, like this team is going to fold. They're packing it up. There's too many free agents on this, or upcoming free agents, for them to just be like, all right, I'm just going to go out there and fold. Because their next contract depends on what they put on film. You have too many free agents. That's why, guys, you see, what's the team that did it? I think it was the Panthers when they went to the Super Bowl under David Gettleman. He signed all these one-year contracts. They did all these one-year contracts, and when they did it, so far so good. When they did it, when they did it, they made it to the Super Bowl, and it's because you get the best out of these guys on one-year deals. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where we are right now with all these guys who are on the, what was it? What's the number? 22, 26 guys who are supposed to be free agents after the season?
Yeah, it was like 26, I believe.
They're not just going to lay down and say, all right, well, we're packing it in for a draft pick. I got to get signed somewhere. I got to get my money somewhere. These guys aren't just going to lay down. All right, I see you, bro. I'm going to unmute Nick. I'm going to add the stream. And ladies and gentlemen, this is when Kyle Shanahan knew he had fucked up.
Kendrick Bourne is wide open on this, John.
This is the play that everyone said.
Here we go.
By the way, while this is playing,
Trent Taylor.
There were 3 plays in this game that Jimmy had easy touchdowns on.
Watch this fake.
All of them.
Just watch right there. I mean, he could even hit Kittle in stride.
Look at Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne.
Bourne. Yeah, I was gonna say Bourne out in the middle.
He had people everybody downfield except the guy blocking for him in case he ran was wide open.
Yeah.
Everybody was wide open downfield.
Well, I think it's a design play to go to Kittle, because if you watch Brandon Ayuk, he picks up this guy on the outside, but Kendrick Bourne was wide open in a zone standing here. And then if you look at I don't know who it was at the top of the screen again, but he gets wide open too. Kendrick Bourne, man, wide open in that zone. Look at this.
Bourne, once he
Brandon
gets
sets the edge. Kittle's right.
He's
Kittle in
back
stride.
up. Yeah, see, I think it was first ago.
Okay.
Look.
I see why he didn't go to Kittle. Kittle was about to get picked up by that safety, so he thought he can throw back across the field. But why?
You got Kendrick Bourne sitting there. Look,
no, I know. I just don't understand why that throw.
Look,
unless it was a screen and you had all 10 of the.
This is Jimmy still has the ball.
Can you see that contribution before it goes away?
At least he completed the pass. Yeah.
Game presser? Oh no. There's another one. I see it. I got to get down to it. Hold on.
I was talking about the Players Foundation, y'all would donate our contributions to. Oh yes, Mike, the Players Foundation.
That's happening. That is happening. So what we said was we were going to do it for a whole week at a time. We were going to let everybody know when we started it again.
Right.
So one to KB's foundation is already done. That one was done already. We did one to KB, and then we said
Eric Armstead
also. So those are the 2, and then we said we were going to do it again. We just haven't started it again.
Should we start a Dante Pettis fund? No, I'm just
gonna go to the cat rescue place.
Bro, I don't understand this play at all, man. Like, you're staring at Kendrick Bourne.
He looked right at him. And
look at guys.
And this is why we talked about are some of these passes or some of these plays or all of these plays predetermined? Like, does he have reign to throw it where he wants to?
I gotta see.
Does he have permission? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's a good question, but you know what, guys?
Bobo, don't do that.
Did you see what he wrote? Okay,
Don't do that, Bobo. No.
Bobo. Yeah,
Don't do that, Bobo.
that's not good. That's not good.
He
Look at it.
looking right at him. Nah, I'm gonna go this way.
This is my first one.
This is the furthest throw that he's attempted in 3 games.
He completed it though.
Crazy.
He threw a nice throw to the opposite side of the field for negative yards.
Breezy coming in with the silver lining.
This was a 35-40-yard throw.
Because we said he couldn't complete these throws.
He never looks at Bourne.
No, he did.
No,
He did.
watch. Look at this. He's looking
Watch
at
the stripe
Kittle.
on his helmet.
Watch. He watches Kittle and then just flips all the way.
He
to the right.
looked at Bourne, I think, first, and then left that progression alone.
Right
Bro.
there. Who's he?
He's looking
not
at
Right there,
anybody.
he's looking at Kittle right there.
And then right there
is
That's
Kittle.
Nah, that's him about to turn his head.
No, yeah, and watch how quick he turns his head all the way to the other side of the field.
Oh,
Never. Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Doesn't even look at Bourne.
never mind. All right.
All right, so Green Bay, we got Green Bay on Thursday, guys, because
Hold on.
Moving along.
Jimmy Garoppolo's not
Bro,
playing.
watch this shit.
Nick, why?
It's like watching car crashes happen
I'm
over
gonna have
and over.
PTSD.
Bro,
after.
staring, flips all the way over.
It was a hell of a fake.
Who said it? Was it who said it?
Look at
Was
all
it
those people. Why would you?
I think it was Jeff Garcia that said that Jimmy G is just playing football too safe and he can't play like that. I don't know if it was him or Steve Young. One of them guys said
Jeff
it.
Garcia and Steve Young both went off on his ass.
I mean, Jeff Garcia went off so much. I didn't even he was on a different decibel with his
I'll be honest,
conversation.
I don't listen to Jeff Garcia after that Cam shit. Like I realized that he's
What Cam stuff?
he was talking about how Cam dresses like you got beat like that and you wore a suit to the post game presser. Like I would ask people to
He
hide.
didn't say a suit.
Huh?
He didn't say a suit. He said pretty much he dresses like an idiot.
He said you're dressing for success when you're not successful. He said I wouldn't want to be seen like that. What you don't question how a guy like you think he goes in there and says, oh well, if we lose, we're gonna wear
Yeah,
this.
but that's a different story. But when you're given analytics of being a quarterback to a quarterback, I'm gonna listen to that.
And that's why I said I stopped listening after that. That's what I'm saying. I used to listen to the MSNBC shows and all that shit or whatever sports, NBC sports. I used to watch and listen to all that shit, but that was just stupid. That seemed like super petty by him. I don't know. I didn't hear this week. I did not hear this week. But I'm sure that I'm sure that Jimmy is getting heat from the former 49er quarterbacks because they believe that they set the standard. They feel like we are the reason why there's a standard for quarterbacks in that city. Get your shit together. You're making us look bad. I 100% believe that they feel that way.
He went off, man. He was talking about how.
I know Steve Young went off.
Yeah, Steve Young went off too. Jeff Garcia did too, and they were just both talking about how, like, you got to get your shit together.
Who was dumping on Jimmy Garoppolo first on a public forum?
Steve Young.
Mike Andrews.
Nothing but Niners. Don't say my name. Give us
asking who out of those two who dumped on him first.
Oh no. Come on, man. We came in here and we lit his ass up, and we thought it wasn't going to be received well. We lit his ass up, and now everybody feels it.
All right, Mike. So before we get to read this contribution, because someone asked a question,
okay,
and they want to know our answer about it. They want to know what Mike and I think.
Mark Espinoza with the $4.99 contribution. Thank you. So about my question about paper towel, Bounty or Scott. We all know about the toilet paper.
It's Bounty, man. There's nothing better than Bounty.
Yeah, no, it is 1,000,000% Bounty. Like it's not even. There's not a close second.
It's not even a close. Yeah,
it's not a close second. I'll tell you one thing that I've grown to love that I hated about paper towel. So you get a little bit more for your contribution here. When they first came out with the little half sheets,
yeah,
I hated that shit.
Not me. You save paper. I yelled at my wife because I'm like, damn, you needed a whole full sheet. They come in halves.
I noticed that I was still pulling two pieces, which is one full, right? But then when I finally had something small to clean up and I went and pulled and it was a full sheet, I was like, Yo, why we wasting paper towel?
Oh, wait a minute. So the only reason why I was complaining about wasted paper towels because that shit like $17.99 right now. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive. So I'm like, babe, you needed a full sheet to wipe up a drop of water. You could have just used your hand. Use your shirt.
Wayne's serious about saving money, man. He's hitting a fucking
Dude,
power
baby,
off
yo,
behind him.
I had to buy the last batch, bro. And I was just like, damn, $17.99 for some bounty. Because I only get the bounty.
Yep.
I get bounty.
Yeah, man. No, you're right. You're right about that.
You guys
right.
must be broke. Kirkland paper towel from Costco. I can't always get to Costco, man. Like sometimes I just want to go to the store around the corner.
I don't even know what Kirkland is. Is Kirkland?
That's the brand. That's the
Not
brand.
their brand.
That's the brand. All right, so Mike, someone
spending all that money on bounty, you guys must be broke because that shit is expensive.
Bounty's expensive?
It is.
It's probably the most expensive paper towel.
I just told Mike I spent $17.99.
It's finally where the product and the quality meets the price.
Meets the price.
You finally got it. That and Honda's.
I thought it was Hyundai's.
Oh, is it day? I say I because it's AI, like Ayuk.
I say it's
Hyundai.
AI is A in French.
Hyundai?
Brandon Ayuk, right? Don't we say Ayuk?
I don't know. I put his name was Brandon Ayuk on Twitter the other day. I say, why can't these announcers get his name right? It's Ayuk. So I spelled the I and then Y-U-K for Yuk. Right. And they were like, it's not Yuk. So it's Yuk. It's Yuk.
H. Isn't Hyundai H? Oh, right.
Hyundai is an AI at the end.
I think the Y is silent, though. It's Ayuk. So I think the Y is silent.
I said Ayuk.
The Y is silent. You said Ayuk.
You're saying Ayuk. I'm not saying Ayuk. I'm saying Ayuk. Ayuk.
It's whatever I wanted to be because I get excited.
Say what you say, Nick.
I went online. I went online to go look for the phonetic, the Ibana. Ayuk.
No Y.
There's no Y.
Yeah, but it creates the Y sound.
No, it doesn't.
It's a silent Y.
Say it.
Ayuk.
You're all right.
You're saying it with the Y.
I don't. Hey, bro.
I'm not saying it with a Y. Ayuk.
That's a Y, dude. You just said Ayuk.
Do y'all hear that? Am I crazy? Am I tripping? Do I need to put
No, you're not tripping. This dude just said Ayuk. No, hold on, Nick.
Brandon Ayuk. That is with a Y. Ayuk. When I say it regular, Brandon Ayuk. That is not with a Y. Ayuk.
Ayuk.
He trying too hard, yo. He trying too hard.
Ayuk.
First of all, y'all don't know what it is until he come out and say his damn name. So when he come out and say what it is, then we can have this argument because we don't know. He didn't come out and say it. No one's pronouncing it right.
Like Nick is saying, peach is different. Peach.
I'm not.
It's not really different. Y'all peach.
Oh man, I gotta get off the show, yo. I got students.
I'm hearing it the same exact way every time you say it. I'm not trying to be funny.
Man, listen, no, Nick, I hear it too. All right, Mike. So on Twitter, you tweeted that Richard Sherman was next, and I sent you a tweet today, but you didn't respond. I don't know if you responded because I haven't been able to check my phone. I was in meetings all stupid day, right? And I laughed at you. So somebody wants to know about the Richard Sherman. They want us to go at it about Richard Sherman right now because I like Sherman, and clearly you don't. So
we can't go at it. I said that I think Sherman should be traded next. I was expecting.
I felt like you said that Sherman will be traded next. I think that's what you said.
I said I expect Sherman to be traded next.
Okay.
I expect to hear that Sherman was traded next.
Okay.
Once you found out that they could be traded off IR, you were like, let's go.
yeah. That's what made me change my whole tune. Get his ass up out of here. Let him go. Let him go. Like the Frozen.
And I told you he's taking the year off so they can pay him for those last 3 years.
I don't understand why you want to let Sherman go. Because
I don't think
because he can't play like he used to. He doesn't. I don't like his mentality makes the team better, but his ability on the field is not necessarily. It's starting to be in question.
He got burnt 3 times, y'all. You watch wide receivers get balls thrown on him all fucking game, and y'all questioning Richard Sherman? Like I don't
question
get
all
it.
those people too.
No, man, we haven't talked about Emmanuel Wolseley not once on this episode, and he got torched.
Sure, but we've talked about him before.
Now that's the way.
Nick,
Nah.
Nick, stop, bro.
Nick Petty, yo.
What is Nick?
You're supposed to say with a Y. I'm saying that is the way you're supposed to say it.
Oh, I was saying it right. Ayuk.
Yes. I
But you
wasn't
just-
saying that anybody was saying it wrong. I just said I don't know how it's supposed to be said. Is the Y silent? Is it not? So I looked it up. The Y is there.
So it's Ayuk, right? AI, Hyundai, Ayuk.
That's how I put it on Twitter, and now I'm right. All right, so
Nick was going to get to the bottom of that shit. No, look, man.
Mike, you don't let stuff go either, bro. Hold on, Nick. I got you, bro. I got you, Nick. You can take the shit.
So I looked
Nick,
it up.
Nick, I got you, bro. I got you. Mike, you are the king of not letting stuff go. Nick and I told you 17 times why we thought Jimmy Garoppolo was going to be here, and you just had to play the presser like we didn't all listen to it because we didn't interpret it in your way.
Bro, I literally told you. I said because of it, because he hasn't played enough because of his injuries. I went over 5 or 6 different reasons, and you were like, well, you guys still didn't tell me.
I said, what did Kyle say that helped you conclude?
And I told you, and then you still didn't agree with me, and you're like, well, let's play the presser.
And then, wait, Nick, that was after he said, I'm just not going to play it.
Right.
Brian, am I crazy?
Whatever.
I'm not going to play the presser. So, yeah, this is what I feel about Jimmy. You just said you wasn't even going to play it, bro. You are the king of not letting stuff go, bro.
I'm going to play
Yo,
it because
when Mike doesn't like something, he gets salty as shit and a pouty face. It's so funny.
He does pout. I will give you that.
And
he get that droopy the dog face like,
I'm going to look that shit up.
I can't even do it.
I said I wasn't going to play it because I didn't know there was a follow-up question. I never heard the follow-up question.
You didn't play the follow-up question first. You played the question.
The first one, then said that.
No, that's not
yes,
what happened.
you played the first one intentionally because you said there was no other questions, and then you're like, and then you played it legitimately till the start of the next question, then you shut it off. And you're like, there's nothing else after it.
That's not what happened at all.
Oh my god! All right,
I pulled it up. You know we can rewind this. Like this is.
You're 100%
rewind it right now.
I hit play. Listen to me. I said I'm going to play Kyle's question because I didn't hear it. You said no. It was also a follow-up question, and I said, oh, I didn't know there was a follow-up question, so never mind. I'm not going to play it then because I don't want to take your quote out of context. And then you said no. Go ahead and play it anyway. So then I played the first question, and then I found the follow-up. And I played that also where all he did was talk about Quan Alexander. That's what happened. I didn't play it until after you said, go ahead and do it. I closed the phone and said, never mind, I'm not going to play it. You said, go ahead and do it. It happened right here. The
Green Bay Packers traveled to the San Francisco
because y'all got me sounding like a nut right now.
Yeah.
Mike, we don't do that, Mike. That's all on you.
It's all on me. All right,
so Aaron Rodgers is coming to town, guys, with Devontae Adams. That's about all he got.
Contribution.
What we gonna do?
I don't know, but whoever's internet we on is horrible.
Don't click that contribution. I see that. Don't do that. He trying to get us. All right, so Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers coming to town.
Mark, you got to chill, bro. He said, can y'all answer my question? I'm not clicking that question. Do y'all see that $3.99 contribution?
Yep.
So
oh my god. Who clicked it?
I did. I ain't scared. Answer the question. Astro Guy to KY. I like Astro Guy better because it KY gets drier quicker.
I just say pause.
I work in the medical field, and because our oxygen patients, their nasal passages get dry, we tell them to get a water-based lubricant, and KY is great for that. So
really?
You have if you have a family member who's on oxygen and it dries them out,
dries out the membrane.
Right. Yeah. The other option of getting a humidifier bottle is KY. It's great for that. Don't use petroleum jelly in oxygen. I can't tell you guys enough.
But why not?
So many people that mix oxygen with petrol. It's combustible. Oxygen plus petroleum jelly is combustible. Don't do that shit.
I'm not trying to be like crazy or anything, but that's what we carried on ambulances, and that was for like when we stuck the nasopharyngels up, we'd stick it right up.
Wait, you carry what on ambulances? Petroleum jelly?
They don't use the.
Yeah,
dangerous.
we use KY. It's not even petroleum.
Oh,
Bill.
okay.
Yeah, it's a water-based lubricant.
Yeah.
Well, they're
we
both
use that
water-based
when we have
lubricants,
to pick
guys.
up like nasopharyngels or whatever to get like airflow through the nose with a bag or whatever.
Look at where this comes. Breezy, I hate you for clicking that shit.
I know. But you told us not to do it.
So you
Right.
did it.
Then you got to go read Macchiano's comment there.
I mean, you can't tell
I'm not
somebody not to
hungry.
do it. I wasn't paying any attention.
All right. So Aaron Rodgers.
He said, "What's Astroglider KY?" Google it.
What the?
So Aaron Rodgers is coming into town, guys, with Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is looking tough right now. How do we stop this guy?
How many running backs they bringing with them?
2.
They got some guys I ain't never heard of, and like Nick said on the last show, usually those guys try to do their thing.
So they got to steal somebody's job, right?
Good point. They running for their life.
Is this a get right game for the Niners, man? Because
Get right, man. This is a must win, must see. Get right, better win. If not, y'all, they got to do
the
everything.
Niners
right.
are a better team without George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo. True or false?
False.
True.
Talk your shit, Nick. Brian, what you think?
50-50.
Oh, look at
I'm
him.
going to tell you why I think it's true.
Yeah, I want to know. Well, I want to know why. Let's go back in the order you guys answer. Let's start with Breezy, then we'll go to Nick, and then we'll get the 50-50. I like this.
Well, I mean, come on, guys. Like we're talking about. I feel like the Niners might be a better team without Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think they would be a better team with George Kittle, and I think that's where Brian is going with the 50-50.
I am, but I'm not.
And the reason why I say they would be better without Jimmy is because Jimmy apparently can't do some of the things that Nick Mullins can do. And at the end of the day,
Let him finish talking.
At the end of the day, I just don't think that. What did I say wrong?
No. I just don't want him to say anything and cut you off.
Cut you off.
Subject. So I want you to finish talking.
And at the end of the day, like I think both quarterbacks may struggle if there's no run game.
Before, I agree with everything you said. If there's no run game, our quarterbacks are dead in the water. I love everything you said. So I see why you said no. False. Before you answer, Nick, with your yes, can we all just do a quick thumbs up or thumbs down? They were not playing prevent defense when Nick Mullins first got in.
They didn't play it the entire game.
Yes, they did.
They still played blitzes all the way up till the end of the game.
No, they didn't.
Last drive, right?
No, they didn't. That last drive, he was able to. There was a lot of underneath routes being able to throw. There was no blitzes. There was
Only
no
on
blitzes.
the last drive though, not those first.
Right,
two
that's
drives.
what I'm saying. The last drive. How many drives? I mean, the dude threw for 238 yards. How many drives were there?
Right, those he had Nick Mullins' first 3 drives were
Well, the first drive that he had, he threw a prayer up in the air, and George Kittle came down with it.
but
right?
it wasn't even defense though.
No. The first couple of drives weren't preview. They were still playing defense. See, I was playing defense.
Yes, that's all I wanted. Okay,
That was what he's asking you.
because people were.
But I
were
said
killing
I gave
us.
my thumbs up.
Yes, yeah. I think we all did thumbs up. That's all. People were killing us when we came on the overreaction show saying Mullins did more than what Jimmy did in just 2 drives. Forget the rest of it. We said just the first 2 drives, Mullins did more than what Jimmy did all game long.
But we knew
And they
that
were like,
because
oh,
he was able to stretch.
He's prevent, and it wasn't
He stretched the D.
right.
And that was the issue. The issue
You
was
stretched the D. Okay. Can you make sure we get that comment before it goes away too?
Oh,
the issue with Jimmy was that he couldn't get the ball down the field, or maybe they weren't just letting him throw the ball. I don't know what it was. All he had to do was just throw it down the field because their secondary wasn't as great, and we saw it. That we like as soon as Nick came in, he threw the ball in the air, and they struggled. Now it was in double coverage. I don't think that was the smart throw.
Yeah, but give your guy a shot. Like Jimmy don't do that at all. I like that.
I understand that. I still don't think you throw a ball into double coverage, right? That's not what quarterbacks should do. But your guy, your $75 million guy went up and made a play, and now he's out.
And that's what he's supposed to do, though. You go get that ball.
He ain't supposed to get hurt.
Like I was saying, there was things that Nick Mullins was doing against the blitz that Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't. Jimmy Garoppolo is afraid to pull the trigger and throw somebody open, like throw to a spot. Nick Mullins on that 3rd and 9 to Kendrick Bourne saw the blitz, changed the route, hit the hot route, and hit Kendrick Bourne for a first down.
Talk your shit, Nick.
So that's what Nick Mullins does differently. He recognizes the defense and recognizes where the defense is coming from, while Jimmy Garoppolo didn't do that the entire game. Not that all of it was on Jimmy, because some of it was communication on the line, but there were hot routes that Jimmy just didn't even get onto because he didn't recognize the blitz coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nick Mullins comes in, and I just can think of the Kendrick Bourne one because that was one that was a hot route. It was just, oh, the blitz is coming, drop back, boom, get rid of the football. And Nick Mullins does that well. So that is where the difference is of what Nick Mullins was doing compared to what Jimmy Garoppolo was doing, was defensively recognizing what was coming and where it was coming from compared to what Jimmy Garoppolo was doing.
And I just want to be clear. You're saying, true, we're better without Kittle and Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
You're still
And
thinking.
there's only 2 reasons why.
Okay.
One I just mentioned.
Right.
Is Jimmy Garoppolo's awareness of the defenses. The second part is while George Kittle is a hell of a player and we lose lack of production, but without him on the field, we don't force feed him. And the ball goes around other places.
But I disagree with that, because
That's why I love you, Nick.
No, that's not why you love him, because the only person that force feeds him is Jimmy. Nick Mullins won't force feed him.
He just had 15 receptions with Nick Mullins. What are you talking about?
It wasn't a force feed. He was wide open. That's different.
It was not. All right.
But what I'm saying is,
wait, hold on, Nick. He was wide open across the middle of the field the majority of the time in that game. When you talk about force feeding, that's like throwing the ball to him right in that coverage that Jimmy threw the interception. That's a force feed, right?
I'm not saying
what
you're taking force feed. What I'm saying is you act like George Kittle is the only guy on the football field.
No, I'm not.
We just saw it in a play that I just showed where he did not take his eyes off George Kittle and not look across the middle of the field to another defender. Instead, went to the other side of the field completely.
Hey guys, we could show not.
He's got this team when George Kittle is on the thing is George Kittle is the bailout guy, and they automatically look, and if they get stuck on George Kittle, there's times they force feed him. If they're in a dire need, a 4th and 2, a 4th and 1, it's to George Kittle. This, with George Kittle not on the field, opens up so many more horizons of who the football is going to go to and doesn't make us so one-dimensional. I understand the 4th and 2. They knew we were going to Kittle. Seattle knows we're going to Kittle. Arizona knows we're going to Kittle. This changes the whole concept of the offense to where defenses aren't just looking at, okay, we got to block Kittle, and that opens something else up. Now you got to block 10 other guys.
4th quarter, 12:35 on the play clock. 3rd and 5 to George Kittle in double coverage. That's actually the play he got hurt on. Can you pull that play up?
Yeah.
What I mean by that is whether Shanahan is telling you have to throw it to him, or they just depend on him on 3rd downs only, they force feed George Kittle too much on this team. There's too much talent on here for George Kittle, your tight end, to get 15 receptions in one game. I'm sorry. It's too much talent here. So when I say force feeding, I'm not saying that it's just the quarterback going to him only, which I do feel like that's what happened in that Nick Mullins game. I felt like he only had eyes for George Kittle. It was so predictable that it was nauseating.
But it was unstoppable.
I get it.
But if you get it, why is that nauseating? If a guy's wide open, so you guys get mad at quarterbacks for missing guys.
Hold on.
I can't even freaking talk. I'm asking a question.
No, I just want to know what the play is again. I didn't hear where it was, so I can find why you talk.
3rd and 5, 4th quarter at 12.
I forgot it anyway.
Did you hear it? 4th quarter, 12:35 is 3rd and 5. All right, go ahead, Breezy.
Whatever. It's whatever. I'll wait for the play.
He says, "What do you guys think of Shane Day, the QB coach? I think he sucks. Should be fired. Jimmy's footwork stinks. Do you think Jimmy could get better?"
That's what he was talking about. That's what Jeff Garcia was talking about. That's exactly who he's talking about. He said, "How are you going to have a quarterbacks coach that's never played the position?" That, like, he wasn't just livid at Jimmy. He was saying that he was pissed at Jimmy, but he was saying this is why Jimmy G is not developing, because you got a guy that's never played the position, that's never played, that can come in here and teach Jimmy exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And this is why Jimmy, he didn't say that's why he was struggling, but that's one of the factors. And he spent a good 10 minutes on that. And the show was only 30 minutes. So he talked for 20 minutes.
All right. Now, before anyone else responds to that, Brian, we still on you with the 50-50 thing. I didn't forget. So I've been waiting to hear what your answer was. So I want to hear, I said, the question for everyone who may have forgot was true or false. The 49ers are a better team without Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle. We had a false from Breezy. We had a true from Nick. And now you with your 50-50. I want to hear what that is.
Right. I feel like everybody kind of already covered what I'm going to say, just saying it differently. But, with Kittle out, like you're saying, there's more opportunity for some other tools or weapons to be used. And as our record shows, Jimmy is the best opportunity from the quarterback position to win consistently. So having him out and that not being an option obviously puts us in a different position. But if both are healthy right now, I think that having Jimmy on the field is better, while having Kittle go away is better. So that's why I say 50-50. I think him being gone and him being able to be replaced by other weapons that we have, we're not going to see as much of a loss from him. Whereas we will see a bigger loss with Jimmy being gone. Hopefully Nick Mullins can step up and do what he does sometimes and be productive and not throw one of those 2.5 or 3 interception games. So that's why I said 50-50.
All right. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, we kind of touched on it because we got carried away and we all went around. But I guess damn, I probably should have had you go first, because with you being 50-50, you obviously were going to take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from that guy, and come up with your conclusion in the middle. I just think that I think the absence of both of those guys will also help Kyle Shanahan. I think it's going to help with his play calling. I think it's going to help him learn how to keep defenses honest by spreading the ball out, which is why I was really concerned with that game that Breezy and I were just debating with the 15 receptions by George Kittle in the game. I was super concerned, like, bro, you're not even trying here. Now, Breezy's absolutely right. In the NFL, especially in one game, you just do it until they stop you. So Breezy was 100% right with his sentiment there, right? But I'm very anxious to see how they do it, because the Packers actually have some pretty good defensive players on this team. They've got good corners. They've got a good safety. They got a linebacker that's and they got good pass rush. So this is going to be a game where Kyle Shanahan is actually going to have to get in his bag here. So I'm excited to see how it goes. What's this comment? Who put that up there? Is that you, Breezy?
No, I didn't put that up there. You didn't tell me not to.
All right. So this is from Mark Lamar. He says, thank you for the contribution. Rodgers, Brady, Wilson, Mahomes with our receivers, good/bad.
Like for each one of them?
I think he's saying, would any one of those guys with our receivers, is that good or bad?
Oh, I think with any, I think this team would be undefeated with Jameis Winston as quarterback right now. So, yes, 100%.
He'll throw 400 yards a game, but he'll have a bunch of interceptions.
I was going to say, 20 interceptions.
Let me put this on mute really quick so it don't play his thing. But no, I think the interceptions would actually drop.
Right, he's going to fumble it instead.
That maybe. But the reason why I think the interceptions drop is because the system that he was in is a downfield. That's what Bruce Arians does. Carson Palmer. I mean, we have seen him do this with Drew Stanton. Like he is a down the field guy. We already know that down the field throws are the lowest completion percentage throws in the NFL. Not just for, let me get that comment off of my man Brian's face. Not just for an individual player, but for all NFL teams, all NFL quarterbacks. The downfield throws are the lowest percentage of receptions. So that means you're probably going to get a lot of interceptions on them also. But because Bruce Arians' offense is predicated on that and keeping the defenses and the safeties deep, you're going to have a guy throw a lot of interceptions in that system also. I don't know if you guys noticed, they're not throwing down the field as deep with Tom Brady there. So it's, you got a guy. Are you afraid to make those throws or not? Jameis Winston was just too. I can probably get that in there. Bad decisions, yes, but Shanahan's not going to call those kind of plays. However, when Shanahan does call that down the field throw, you can bet your ass that Jameis Winston's going to try and attempt it. And I think that could be a benefit here. I know that sounds crazy. I know y'all going to kill me for that, but I really do think that this offense would look way different and better with Jameis Winston under center. So that's my hot take for the day. Let's get to this play, but wait, there's one more comment here. Hold on, Nick. Give me 1 second. Let me take Nick off of mute because he's ready. There he is. You good, Nick? Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, I got you now.
All right. Where is this? Where's the? What was this one? 299 was Rodgers Mahomes. Oh, this Astroglide shit won't get off.
It won't go away.
Okay, so it's not just on my screen. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. That 399 is like sticking like that $500 contribution.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's the same.
All right, go ahead.
Are you good?
Yeah, I took us off, and it's only the play. Watch Nick Mullins on this play. This is 3rd and 5. This is after a couple of penalties. We're fighting back. 3rd and 5.
Bobby Wagner with the spin move.
He has not turned his head at all. He's only looked in one direction. Design play? Yes, I do. I'm not putting this on Nick. Because the reason you can tell it's a design play is when he released that ball, George Kittle still had to run another 10 yards to catch it. He lobbed it up there. That's a timing route. That's a design play.
That was a really good throw, actually. It
was.
It looked a lot closer because of the way safety came in, but it wasn't double coverage. Kittle had his man beat.
Yeah. But the safety was closing in on him quickly, and that's how he ended up getting injured on this play. This was George Kittle.
Yeah, he never stops. He's eyeing on him and then throws the ball.
The safety closes in on him quickly. Look at that. That was a very well-placed ball. Boom. George Kittle hurts his ankle, right? Nope.
I don't even know where he hurt it on that play. When he jumped?
He not hurt, yo.
Probably when he jumped.
Ooh, breezy with the conspiracy theories. I heard
He hurt, but he got up and did the Kittle spin on the ball. And whatever.
That was the last time we saw George Kittle all game.
I want my money back.
Now keep in mind before that drive, the Seahawks scored and Jimmy went to the locker room right after they scored. They went up 3 scores, made it 30-7, and then Jimmy walked to the locker room.
Not only did he walk to the locker room, the announcer said he got benched. But he didn't get benched. So something ain't right.
Yeah. So, oh my God.
Mark Espinosa's got another one.
This was a bad throw by Mullins right here.
I can't see it.
It's off the screen. I took it off.
Oh.
You want me to put it back up there?
Yeah, put it back up real quick.
Oh, there we go. All right, it's up. So, how do you guys think this game is going to go against Green Bay? He could have just rolled out. Why did he throw that? He could have just rolled.
Horrible throw. Horrible. And he could have got Ayuk hurt.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, I understand he's trying to throw him open, but the defender reads
he
it.
Just throw it deeper. The guy was wide open in the end zone.
Throw it straight to the sideline. Let Ayuk run that route.
Who was the guy in front of Ayuk? Bourne?
Yeah, Bourne is right here.
Throw that ball deep.
Throw it to the Seahawk head, right?
Yeah, throw it to that Seahawk corner.
The ball's already in the air. It's right here.
Oh, it's already. Oh, I can't see.
Well, he didn't let the play develop. Was he
getting
pressured?
No,
because this defender has Bourne covered. So what he's trying to do is throw it to where Ayuk is going to be, but this guy drops off of Kendrick Bourne
because he threw the ball to Ayuk.
Because he sees where the throw is going. So you see him right here.
But if you could pump fake that ball, bring that joint back down, gotta get some fakey fake in him, yo.
Nick, I'm not sure that was a bad throw, man.
No, it wasn't. I'm saying I didn't see it until I just rewatched, how the safety comes off of Kendrick Bourne when he sees it, whoop, and then comes in. Because if he doesn't do that, Ayuk catches that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think if you throw that to 84, you got a better chance of a completion because it's just one man.
And you could throw it further to the end zone. Like it could
right,
go
you
out
can
of
lead
bounds.
him.
Now
Right.
you watch this play from the end zone from behind center.
I actually
Watch
I
the coverage. Watch the coverage on KB. It's tight.
Yeah,
So
I
after
think
you let go of the football, watch.
the right guy. I think he just expected KB's guy to go deeper with KB. That guy just made a gamble and made the right read on the ball.
Yeah. I'm just saying statistically, like we know those longer throws are less probable to make, but if you're going up against KB with one guy or Ayuk with two guys, you're two defenders, you're better off throwing it long and see if you can get that touchdown right there.
Now this play was totally on the snap.
Oh shit! I think
look at the high ass snap. Mullins catches it with one hand.
That was gross. But they blitzed too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the snap was high, which threw the timing off.
Yeah, the snap was bad, but he got woof.
Every time Wagner blitzed up the middle, no one stopped. This is the fourth quarter. These plays are happening.
You don't think if he gets this snap the right way, he hits Kyle Juszczyk out here?
No, because
Trent Taylor. I'm sorry.
No, because the receiver didn't turn around until after. Oh,
if the timing is right, watch Trent Taylor in the ball.
Yeah, Trent Taylor. Yeah,
that's where the route was going.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
got him.
It was a hot route, but the snap was too high.
Yeah, he would have got him. You're right.
Yeah. But that snap, he catches that shit one-handed.
Pine saw all
Threw
day.
the play off completely.
Whatever's on sale, man.
I have never used Fabuloso.
Fabuloso smells better, but the Pine saw work better.
That's the purple stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the purple
right.
stuff.
Yeah, I've never used it before. I don't have an opinion on this one. I don't qualify. I know the Pine Saw lady with the braids, the black lady. Remember those commercials? She used to smell it. It's in a Pine Saw. Remember the big heavy set black lady with the braids? Yeah, that's all I remember. But we used Pine Saw growing up, so that's my default answer. Nick, Brian, you got a hot take on this?
I said it depends on whatever's cheaper.
Yeah, Brian said whichever one's on sale.
That shit all cleans to me, so whatever.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. All right, guys, are we going to talk about the Green Bay Packers game or no?
I'm going to. I gotta go.
Wayne's got to bounce.
But y'all can.
Give it your final thoughts, man. So you on this Jameis Winston to the 49 train with me?
No, not at all.
No, okay, all right.
But he is free though, right? He's just chilling at home.
I think he's a free agent right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You telling me Jameis Winston wouldn't be better than Nick Mullins right now, Breezy? Come on, bro. Right now?
Not in this system.
No?
I know I want a gunslinger. I know one thing about James.
I don't think Winston's is cerebral enough for Kyle.
Danielson.
Nah, that was all right. Whatever, bro. So, Breezy, no. You take.
I want to say no, but I kind of want to see. I would like to see him.
Jimmy's done for the regular season. All right. So y'all telling me that to get through these last 8 games, y'all don't want Jameis Winston over the 2 quarterbacks on the roster?
I'm gonna go with Nick Mullins because Nick Mullins has been in this system. There's something Kyle said in his presser. He said the reason why we picked up that Warner running back, whatever his damn name is because
Walter.
Say it again.
Austin Walter.
Walter is because he was with us last training camp and he has familiarity with the system. So I think that's who Kyle wants to go with. That's why he didn't try to bring in another running back. He picked up somebody that he knew. Nick Mullins knows the offense, man. It would be silly to go grab somebody that doesn't know the offense to bring him in here. I'd rather put CJ Beathard out there over Jameis Winston.
Wow.
Oof. Careful what you ask for.
He could throw it deep too. So
all right. Nick, wait, Breezy. Any other final thoughts? We're gonna let Breezy go. He's got to run, and then we could get into this. Guys have time.
Just be ready to strap up for Thursday, man. It's gonna be a great game. I think the 49ers are gonna go out there. They're gonna fix themselves. It was a short week. Usually short weeks are pretty bad, but when you lose bad, like the 49ers did, they have a taste in their mouth. Remember, Green Bay lost too, but Green Bay's coming into Santa Clara, and I think Kyle Shanahan finds a way. This is a coaching game too. This is a young coaching. Kyle finds a way to beat the snot out of this coach. I just can feel it. All right. So great show, guys. Love you, bros. Next time, send me a text at the right time because I was pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
He's on the team. He's in the back. That's right. He's a backup in New Orleans now. The Teddy Bridgewater went to the Panthers.
Yeah.
And Jameis Winston went from Tampa to the Saints. That's right. They did a little court.
Oh, so Bridgewater's with the Saints?
No, not Bridgewater.
Winston.
That's what I meant.
I forgot about that. They are absolutely right. You guys are absolutely right.
Oh, okay. So yeah, man. No Winston on this team, baby.
Right. I would trade for him. Oh, I would have.
Well, there's some quarterback.
Right. Man. Thanks, bro. Much love, man. You be safe and be good to those students. All right.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
All right, man. That's my guy, Breezy. Listen, I like what Breezy said about this whole teacher versus student thing. That's why I felt so strongly about us beating the Rams. I said I just don't think that Kyle's going to let that slide. Let's get this Denise Granger question here. Shane Day. I thought we commented on it and that we said that's why Jeff Garcia flipped and everything. What else?
That's what I was going to ask. What her specific question was, and I scrolled back up, but I couldn't find it.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to find that play when you guys were talking about that, so I didn't know.
All right, Denise, type your question one more time. We'll be looking for it. Oh shit, we clicked at the same time. Sorry. Type your question one more time. We'll be looking for it. I thought we answered it with the when we talked about Jeff Garcia. If not, we apologize. I will answer it though. I promise we'll answer it. Luis Blanco. Hey guys, big fan trying to join you guys talk. Go ahead, Nick.
I think he's trying to join us to talk.
Thank you. I got the same thing.
Well, I don't know what else you wanted me to say. I mean, we do that on Saturdays normally with fan shows. So,
well, this upcoming week we have the bye week, so I think we're going to do 2 or 3 fan shows in that week. Yeah. So we're going to open up the lines and get people on video and phone calls and all that week. So yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know what you were asking here. I thought I'm like, okay, I think he's asking me to come on and talk right now, but we usually do that on Saturdays, but we do have the bye week coming up, so we'll get some fan shows out there this week.
Yeah. And this is from Jack Off. Oh,
got you.
You got to say that real slow, Mike.
He got your ass.
Got me. Oh man, damn! I'm getting this off of here.
That was the best $2.99 comment ever.
Junior's what I was just gonna read it through, but it don't even make any sense.
Yeah, I got a second one on that too.
Junior. It's even worse when you say Junior, man. Did he do it twice?
Yep.
Go ahead, Nick. Your turn.
Nope.
All right, that's cool. Well,
be like Jack Goff Jr.
Yep.
I'm so mad I read that, bro. Oh my god! All right, guys, let's talk about this, man. This Packers game. We don't have to do a super duper deep dive. We're going to talk about it again on Thursday night before the game. We're going to do the announcement and everything. So we're going to start the show a little more than an hour before kickoff this time, so we can do the drawing for the winners of our contest. Make sure you guys go and leave your comments on that video. Is he still leaving $2.99 contributions? Is this another one?
There's 2 of them on there.
Okay.
Just 2.
All right. Make sure you guys go and leave your contributions. God dang it. I didn't mean to say contributions. Leave your comments on the contest page there. That we're going to do a random drawing of comments. So if you don't leave a comment, it's not about thumbs up or likes. There's not even 1,000 views on that video.
I know. Well, we didn't label it breaking news either, like we said we were going to. You labeled it something different.
So John V just said that he thought that initial comment was about whether or not Jimmy sucks because of Shane Day, was basically what she was asking.
Well, and that's a lot of like what Jeff Garcia was saying, like you guys said, because Shane Day's never played the position. He's never played quarterback, and he's a guy who can't really teach you footwork, things like that Jimmy is not progressing in. He's got happy feet. He throws off the tip of his toes, things like that. He's saying just because you're a professional athlete doesn't mean you can teach something that you've never played before. And that's kind of what Jeff Garcia was saying, is that's a lot of that starts And none of us really go and say, well, what about the quarterback coach?
Oh no, that's not true because we gave mad props to what's his name when he found Nick Mullins. Oh, he's gone now. What's his name?
He's gone. But I'm saying this year, like we're sitting here talking about we sit here and talk about Kyle grooming quarterbacks, but we don't even talk about the coach of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, okay. I get you.
So yeah.
And see, that's the thing too. It's like Shanahan, I think that this team got really heavy on the analytics side. They started trusting books and numbers.
Moneyball.
Yes.
I just watched that today, bro. I literally watched that this morning after PT.
I've never seen it, and honestly, I've never been interested in seeing it.
Greg Papa's in it.
Yeah, I heard that him and the other announcer is in it too. I heard there's 2 announcers in it. But I've never been interested. But you know, analytics can only take you so far. Experience and emotion come into play at some point. You know what I'm saying? So
you can look at the Browns. I mean, they tried to adopt that system and it didn't work out because it can apply to baseball, but I don't see how it could apply to football, not in the same way.
Right. Because baseball is multiple one-on-one situations. You can be standing on first, second, third, outfield, infield, shortstop, right? It starts with one-on-one, pitcher versus batter. That's where it starts. Everybody else on the field has nothing to do with that battle at that
right.
moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's not how football works. From the moment you snap the ball on offense, it takes all 11 guys in unison to make that play successful.
There's more options than that because you got 11 on each side. That's 22 different things happening at the same,
right.
Variations.
No, I was saying to be successful on the offensive side of the ball, all the 11 have to do their jobs, right? We just sat here and showed that play that I said was horrible when Jimmy ran out to the top of the screen and it was direct to McKinnon and Ayuk was standing there, and we were trying to figure out which one of these guys missed their blocks because it didn't work. It would have opened up the hole in the middle. One guy can screw up an entire play.
Sure.
So,
or one extra effort by a defensive guy can throw that offensive guy off,
Exactly. Yeah. So, you can't that shit don't apply here. And isn't Shane Day the guy that we said looked like Rick Moranis?
Yes.
That's him, right? Oh,
yes.
Damn, that hurts even more. All right, I'm gonna shut up because I don't know who's watching right now, so I don't want to.
Does he have any? Is he related to Ryan Day?
Where's here it is.
Ryan Day used to be here too, right? Wasn't Ryan Day here? Then he went to coach, be the head coach. He's the head coach of Ohio State now, isn't he? See, everybody keeps saying, why is this show glitching so much? Are you plugged in, Mike?
I'm on Wi-Fi. Actually, you know what? I'm on Wi-Fi right now, but my Ethernet cable is hooked in also. I'm wondering if it's toggling back and forth between the two.
It shouldn't. If you're plugged in, your plug-in takes precedent.
Because I haven't seen any delay from anybody and no glitching on any green. I mean, sometimes we see Nick go into fast speed. Yeah. We haven't had that today.
I haven't seen any issues on my side since we started. Can we get this jack off comment off?
I was just saying. Miss Debbie was saying, why is the show glitching so much? I'm missing most of what you guys are saying.
Oh man. I don't know. Is it glitching for anybody else? It's on my end. It's been okay all night.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, but that doesn't. We're not watching. I'm not watching it on YouTube, so I don't know what it looks like from that perspective.
Thank you, honest assessment. I mean, football academic. The last words were honest assessment.
And you guys are both tired, huh?
Yeah, no, I am beat, bro. I am.
You're the one that wanted to keep going.
I do because I felt like we didn't get into the game. I mean, unless we're gonna just jump on.
Well, typically Tuesday wouldn't be that, right?
Really talk about the Seattle game tonight. We talked about everything but that pretty much. Just a couple plays.
The game wasn't good, Nick. I mean, look, and the defense left a lot to be desired. We didn't even talk about Emmanuel Mosley. When you go back and watch this, it's clear that Seattle was targeting him. Is this
Of
going to be
course.
a problem in the future? Are other teams going to try that now? How do you guys feel about Emmanuel Mosley going forward?
I don't think other teams have DK Metcalf.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it was all Emmanuel Mosley's fault. And the reason why I said that is because Robert Saleh, why do you have him playing off? You're giving DK Metcalf with so much speed. All he has to do is make one little simple cut to throw your hips off, and then he's past you. You saw it with the cuts where he was playing back so he didn't get beat and give up the deep ball, but Metcalf was just digging in and cutting across the middle of the field. You saw it on the one touchdown where Emmanuel Mosley fell. He literally slipped and fell, and then DK went to the house. Why? Why are we doing this so much? We had this issue last year, but then a lot of times this year we started playing up more. DK is one of those guys that you have to disrupt the route. But we didn't do that the entire game. We were 7, even if it was 2nd and 5 or 3rd and 5, we're giving him 7 yards. We're giving him the line to gain. So I put a little bit on the defensive side as well, not just Emmanuel Mosley. If that's what he's told to play, you're being left out to, hung to dry. See, Sean Carson said super lagging every 3 seconds too.
Yeah, I turned off my green screen to see if that was anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't.
And I saw it on there. Somebody had commented saying that, Niner Rich. Yeah, Shane Day is the brother of Ryan Day.
What?
Niner Rich says, yeah, Shane Day is the brother of Ryan Day.
Okay, I thought so.
Can't confirm, but that's what he says.
So I don't know. Let me see here.
I went on YouTube and watched 30, 40 seconds and it didn't glitch at all. So we apologize about that. Are you guys watching? These are YouTube comments. So I did just hook back into I unplugged and replugged the
Callie Bill says it lags every 10 seconds.
That's so weird. That's so weird because we're not seeing.
It's probably because there's so much going on with election that the internet just everywhere sucks right now.
Someone said it's been doing it since the show started, and yes, it's a lot.
Brian's right. On New Year's, like how cell phone reception just flat out doesn't work. Everyone's calling somebody to say, Happy New Year, I love you, I should have been with you.
Somebody said, Logan texted me and said, the show's not glitching for me, it's just a lot of buffering.
Yeah, it's probably just too much bandwidth getting used up for the.
Yeah, Brian, you can turn your background back on, bro. It's not that.
So
these comments will not go away from the top of my screen. It's driving me crazy because I can't tell when a new one pops up, and I keep scrolling through to see if we missed it.
Wrong one.
Really? He did that shit on purpose.
He did that on purpose.
I didn't. I'm trying to go the one above it.
Oh, come on, Nick. You read this comment.
Harry Senior says, "Hey, just found you guys. I love the content."
Everybody trying to set us up for failure. What is that about, man?
Nick was like, "Hey, like, you guys caught
Harry."
Harry. All right, so where were we?
There was a question up there earlier, and it wasn't a page, it was just a comment, and I've seen it several times over there, and people are just curious of what our thoughts are on the quarterback situation moving forward. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents real quick on that. That I think that this is really going to be the next 8 games are going to be an evaluation of Mullins and whether or not Mullins can hold us over until we get something else. Because, like I said, I believe, as much as I do like Jimmy, I think that the team is going to opt out at the end of the season. Where they're going to go, I have no idea. But almost, if you look at the contract situations that they are currently in, come next season with the money that we have, even from what was freed up from Quan, we're only at like $16-17 million. And we have way too many free agents, in particular, some nice pieces that we'd probably like to keep. And Kyle's comment about it not being a 1-for-1, but knowing that we can relieve some cap space in order to keep more of the team together or more players on board, kind of to me foreshadows that Jimmy might be leaving and they may take that $2 million dead space and it opens up like 24 million extra, I think. And you're going to need that to sign Verrett, to sign K'Wan Williams. If Sherman's going to be here, that's going to need a contract, and you can't just go and say, okay, let's cut D Ford. Well, cutting D Ford gives you another $6 million. That's not enough to sign all the free agents plus our draft class and everything else. So, I mean, realistically, that it is something serious that as fans we can look at and contemplate. But when it comes down to the numbers of it, like that is the biggest way to open up salary cap space next season.
Someone mentioned to me on Twitter today, maybe it was in DMs, should we trade D Ford or just wait till next season and get out of the contract? And I wasn't sure the numbers. So if we had traded him, the rest of his salary would have went with him.
Right, but we'd have still been on the hook, same as Quan. Next year, we'd have had a huge amount of dead cap for everything that got restructured. When I was looking at it today, I wouldn't be surprised if they cut Ford at the end of the season, or he retires, or whatever is going to happen with him. The other thing that will happen, but it won't happen until the 22 season, is our real first opportunity for Richburg to go away. I mean, they could do it next year, but it's not going to be as beneficial. Or those are both players that they could say that we will designate as post 6-1 cuts and then use that money for our draft class. That is definitely a possibility.
Okay. All right. That's what I just wanted to check because I wasn't sure.
Again, I'm not advocating for Jimmy to leave. I'm just looking at the financial part of it, and there's just not a whole lot of ways to make money to sign all that. We only have 33 players, I think, under contract next year. It's a long ways to 53 or 90 man roster from there, to sign everybody coming back. And we have a lot of restricted free agents next year, and I don't think that they're going to want to pay them a second round tender. And if you sign someone on an original round tender, you might as well just give them a 2-year extension and pay minimal anyway.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, look, there's some guys that the team needs to move on from, and we are getting lucky that they're at the end of their contract. I think some pieces in the secondary are going to not be brought back. It leaves us a lot to desire. It's weird. Like, do you think it's cheaper to retain some guys versus grab a free agent, trying to draft guys and hope that they're good enough to come and play right away? It's a lot of risk, and this team is going to be in a serious influx next year. And that's why this offseason is going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to get a lot of good shows from us here and Nothing But Niners. But Nick, you have any other thoughts on – I want to get back to the upcoming game.
No, I mean, the biggest thing – look, you've seen what Minnesota just did to them. They ran the football. Dalvin Cook had a really good day against them. Mm-hmm. But that's what the Niners have to do. Look, the Niners have to be able to run the football to be successful. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. They have to be successful in the run. The biggest thing about this game going into this game is, what is Nick Mullins going to look like? How is Brandon Ayuk going to do? And that Green Bay, and is it Matt or Mike? Mike LaFleur's over there, right? Mike LaFleur, right? Is it Mike or Matt?
I think
Mike. Matt?
It's Matt?
I think it's Matt LaFleur.
All right. It's one of them LaFleur brothers. Yeah, Mike is still here. Matt LaFleur is going to watch what Seattle just did to stop the 49ers. They're going to blitz. So we have to get the communication down. We have to get the correct communication down and the correct block schemes and things like that. So got to be able to run the football, man.
When is Mostert coming back, guys?
Probably not another 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
After the bye week?
Oh, definitely after bye.
Well,
probably not until.
We said the IR rule is 3 weeks or 3 games?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's so sweet.
But it depends on how his injury is. He didn't say that he was 3 weeks. He said he could possibly miss a month.
I know. I'm just wondering if we can weather this storm. Who are going to? We know Kyle Shanahan ruled Tevin Coleman out this upcoming game already. He said he's not playing. Actually, you know what? Let's start with the injury report really quick.
I think the Rams game is where he comes back.
Rams?
Yep.
So that's 2 games from now.
More than that. Did I do that wrong?
Well, you have to remember. So you have to remember that this week, we have a bye. We have Thursday night, and then we have a couple days rest, and we don't play till the following Sunday.
Yeah, so Shanahan said something super interesting. So we play 1 game in 28 days or 27 days. How the hell is that possible?
That's from the
Thursday, and if even without a bye, the next time we will play it would be 10 days from then. But then it's just another 7 days.
No, he said we only have 1 game in 27 days. So we have that 1 game, and then we have a bye, and then we have a long week to go to New Orleans. So
is that game Monday night? No,
what's
it's not.
that?
New Orleans is a Sunday game, right?
It's a Sunday, 4:25. But we play November 5th, and then we play November 15th. So there's 10 days in between there. So we play Thursday night, and then we don't play until the 15th. So that's 10 days break.
Okay.
Right? Then we're on a bye. So we have so that's another 7. But then we don't play till November 29th. So November 15th to the 29th, where we play the Rams.
That's only 14 days. But he's saying 1 game.
We have 1 game since from November 5th to the November 29th. We have 1 game.
Yeah, he said it in a way that I was like that none of that makes sense. I get you. So you add the bye game, and then mad space again game.
Right. So really, we only have this game. After this week, we only have 1 game until the 29th of November.
Don't. If we win this game, we're making the playoffs. I'm telling y'all now. if we win,
that's a bold prediction, man.
Yeah. If we win,
well, you're going to get a lot of people back. I would look to see Ronald Blair coming back. I would look for D Ford probably to come back if he's good.
Debo
come back.
Mostert, Debo.
I don't think D Ford's not playing another snap in the NFL.
He is. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He's
how long he's back for, I don't know, but he'll be back. That's 4 guys right there. You're talking almost 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time to get healthy.
Yeah, they're coming back.
So
the league is in trouble if we get healthy in the postseason. All right, let me play this injury report and then let's just react.
Real quick, just because it was something that we learned today, there was a comment in the chat about not being able to trade D Ford trade D Ford's contract because he's on IR. And we learned today that is not true. There was a rule change thanks to Elway, and that means that now you're allowed to negotiate and move IR players around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. You can now trade IR players. And believe it or not, that's since 2018. So that's a rule.
Because at first I thought that with the whole Kiko thing that they were using semantics because he was on the PUP. He wasn't on the IRR.
Right.
Right.
For those of you that have been asking for Tony, where's Tony? Where's Tony? Tony's working.
He's working some long hours.
He didn't leave us. He's just working. Every time we go to do a show, he's working. So appreciate you guys' support for him, but he's just working. What's that?
No, he wasn't on Sunday.
No, he was on Nitty Gritty? I think
he was on Nitty Gritty show.
These comments will not leave the top of my screen.
Mine either.
Yeah, they just keep loading up.
Yeah, it's actually got an arrow. I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's play the injury report. We'll respond to that, and then we'll get up out of here, okay?
All right, guys. Injuries for today. Tevin Coleman. All right, he'll be out this week.
Go
on. With a knee sprain. Flanagan Fowles out with hamstring. Garoppolo out. Will go on some type of IR eventually with his high ankle sprain. Kittle foot fracture will go on IR. Debo hamstring, he's out. Richie James will be limited today. Tart limited. And Jordan Reed limited. I think that's it.
All right, so let's go. Let's rock with this, man. Negatives and positives from that from that little presser, that little injury report there?
Well, I think they still have more work to do with Jimmy, but if they think it's surgery, he's done for the season, obviously.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I meant for this upcoming game. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go over the injury report. Like,
yeah,
wow.
no. I meant what you took. So Debo, he said is out.
Yep.
We already knew about Jimmy and Kittle out, Flanagan out, and Tevin Coleman out. The limited guys were Richie James and Jordan Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from everything that I've been reading, it's a good shot we'll see Reed, especially with Kittle out.
Right.
But even if we don't, we have Helm to come back. They could activate him to the 55 or promote him, whatever they do, to the 55-man roster. So I'm not concerned about Kittle being gone because I feel like we have enough people to replace him. So this is really going to be about Mullins and how well he can perform.
Yeah. And to your point, backups usually work with the guys deeper down on the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
So there might even be a little blessing in disguise with the rapport.
Absolutely.
Those guys, Nick, what were your thoughts on it all, and any pros or cons or takeaways from what we just heard there?
No, I mean, I think it's a pro that we're getting Jordan Reed back, obviously. If he can stay healthy, he definitely helps this team. We saw what he did. He had a 2-touchdown performance before he got hurt, which Jimmy – was it Jimmy? Was it Jimmy that threw the ball up?
Yeah, that tiptoe on the sideline. Was that was against the Giants, right?
Yeah, was that Nick Mullins or was it Jimmy?
Giants game was Nick Mullins.
Yeah, so that was Nick Mullins. No, I mean, look, like you said, man, we got one game, well, 2 games right now in the next 26 days. So, 2 games, try to come out of this game healthy, go into the long week, get out of the Saints game healthy, and then we got a long bye. So, try to get healthy. And look, this team is 4-4, man. If they open this league up to where it's 18 playoff?
8 teams, right?
18 teams for a playoff game or playoffs. That's only
8 teams. Not 9, only 8. If they expanded, it's 8 and 8.
It'll be 8 and 8, 16, right?
Right.
Yeah.
16 teams. Sorry, I was saying 18 teams by mistake. So that's why I said 9. 8 and 8. Look, we're in 9th right now. So, as injured as we are, we're still 4-4. We're still better than the NFC East. So, yeah.
A lot can change, man. A lot can change.
And given the way the season's gone so far, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we have players that are sitting over there on IR that are just waiting to see if we are going to make the playoff window to come back. Just as a different type of chess match for Kyle,
Well, we saw it last year with Quan Alexander. He was done for the season, but then the postseason, all of a sudden he can play. So that's going to make a difference for guys like George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what other long-term, even D Ford, hell, we're talking about D Ford coming back soon, but D Ford also, these are guys that can contribute later. And I'm not saying that I necessarily even want us to make a deep run into the postseason, but it's not impossible. Definitely not impossible. So we will absolutely see what happens and keep our eyes on that. I'm excited to talk about it and keep breaking it down with you guys, but I think that's going to do it for us here tonight. You guys got a solid 2-hour show, a lot of jokes, some inappropriate ones, stuff I didn't want to read on the air. Some of the stuff I did read on the air, I didn't want to read on the air. So, yeah, guys, let's go to sleep. And by the time we wake up, this time tomorrow, we will know who the next president of the United States will be, or a repeat. I hope everybody.
Well, I don't think you'll know because some states will take forever, but
I said this time tomorrow, so we'll see. But
usually that shit don't. When do they take office? What, the 11th or something like that?
January 20th.
It's next year, so they got time. But they'll have a good idea this time tomorrow. So we'll see.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really gonna do it, man. I'm done. I'm ready to get up out of here. I don't know if you guys have any final thoughts. I think we all just went around and did them. So
it's 209 to 118 right now, electoral votes, with big states still out there: Florida, Texas.
209 for who?
Joe Biden.
Oh,
Well, there's 80 on the West Coast that are going to Biden.
I'm super far behind right now because I have what is this? This is CNN on. It's 192 to 114 on my screen.
Well, I just pulled it up online, so
that's with the entire West Coast going to Biden.
Right. That's all 80 are going to go to Biden.
They already went there. That's in the 209.
Oh, they already counted those?
Yeah, the ones they haven't been Nevada, Texas,
Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, PA, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida.
Florida didn't. Trump should have got Florida, no?
Well, it looks that way already, but it just hasn't been finalized.
Right. They haven't projected it.
Texas, Nevada, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, PA, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida all look like Trump right now. The only ones that look like Biden right now is Minnesota and Arizona.
I'm excited to see the total number of voters this year, man. It looks like a new high could be coming in. I like that. Regardless of who wins it, I'm excited to see that people give a damn.
Right.
People need to learn how to friggin' vote, man.
Yeah.
I just don't want to run into a 2000 issue where we have to go to the courts for it. Just make it clear cut and be done.
Well, they said today on CNN or one of those, Mike, my contribution, bro, read it. What contribution did you get? I didn't see any contribution. I don't see a contribution for Cali Boy. You?
At 11:41. I don't see any contributions. I'm still scrolling. 11:39. Still no contributions. That's 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I just clicked on them all at the top. There's nothing from him.
I don't know. We didn't get it. It didn't go through.
I don't see it.
Yeah, sorry, Cal.
But no, it was great. It's great that people are out voting, man. Like,
I just want to see the numbers. I pulled the stats based off of the census, the population in the country. It was like 328 million, right? And of that, 74 million weren't old enough to vote, right? So of that 74 million that weren't old enough to vote yet, now again, that was 2019. Obviously that changes, but that left 153.8 million people who could vote. And they said that before the polls, like going in and physically voting, 100 million had already been mail-in ballots. I thought that was phenomenal. I was like just proud of the country for, regardless of what side you're on, getting up and feeling like, hey, I'm going in there and I'm gonna cast my vote. 100 million of 158 million people voted already. I thought that was phenomenal, man. I was really.
Oh yeah, it's impressive. It's finally. It's a theme of what the world has had to go through to get people to actually go and vote. Because I hear people all the time. I mean, I was in politics type thing and as a firefighter, you know what I mean? Obviously. So I had to deal with townships and things like that. But it's not about the presidential vote either. You got to remember that your local municipalities is huge to know what's going on in your locals. It's not just the president of the United States. You guys got to be able to vote for your locals, your municipalities, things like that. So if you didn't vote this year, please get registered and vote next year. Well, 4 years.
Yeah.
Next
time.
And
I want to make sure there's no confusion because it looks like there's some comments. The current playoff standing was expanded from 6 teams to 7 teams, but they are looking at expanding it to 8 this season due to COVID.
Right. Due to the bye weeks being taken and things like that. So
they're talking about adding another playoff team.
So I just want to make sure that we were clear with everybody over there.
Because we just said it as if everyone knew, and that's
right.
That was ill-advised by us. Yeah, good call there, Brian.
Yeah,
good call. Yep. Because teams have already used their bye week already, there has to be another game play. They're talking about adding one more to the newly added 7th game already.
Right.
So it could be 8 teams that make the postseason in each division, which is nuts. Which is really, really. There's only 16 teams, and half the conference makes that is crazy. 7 was crazy to me. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
To me, 8 is just like, all right, well, we can just chill for half the season and hope that we get in. Then
Yep.
All right, I'm ready to go, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. See, I found a contribution. Boom. Drew. Oh, I'm not doing this.
Dude, you got.
You
Don't
just
let him help you in there.
Brian hasn't read a contribution all night. Go ahead, Brian.
Mr. Drew P. Weiner. Much love.
Wiener.
no, Weiner.
I could have said Weiner, I guess.
Yeah, Mr. Drew P. Weiner. Much love to Drew P. Weiner.
Oh my God. All right, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys for rocking with us, man. Make sure you guys have your alert set. We don't know if there's gonna be any breaking news tomorrow, but I feel like something's coming soon. I don't know what it is, but I feel like something's coming. We will go earlier than 1 hour on Thursday night, earlier because we have the giveaways to do, and we're gonna discuss the upcoming game in a little bit more depth than what we did tonight. Tonight we just kind of shot the shit, chilled out with the fellas, and I had a lot of fun doing that, but we have to get back to business. So back to your regular scheduled programs on Thursday night. So make sure you guys are locked in here, okay? We're going to get up out of here. Thank you guys for rocking and sticking with us tonight. Shout out to Breezy. He's got those obligations that he had to get to as well. And Tony, who couldn't make it because of his obligations. But, it's nothing but Niners family, guys. So we'll check y'all on the next show. Make sure you're locked in, subscribe. Tell everybody to go check us out. Podcasts, videos, whatever it is, however you listen to us. Make sure you guys check it out. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always remain faithful.
We out of here. Peace.